fight fans, it's my pleasure to welcome you all back to the heaviest show put to tape live on Shriller TV from the legendary Prudential Center in the North Pole, Newark, New Jersey. It's World Championship Sumo, presented by the International Sumo League. Our Grand Prix rolls on in the home of the Jersey Devils with 12 competitors taking center stage. So everyone's eyes are on Sazlan Gaglov and Egypt's Osuna Arashi as they enter tonight's tournament, locked into the top of the season standings. I'm Benjamin Davis, and boy, am I glad to have you guys here. Two energizing shows behind us, and with over 5,000 fans here in the Prudential Center, tonight will be no different. Joining me in the broadcast booth is, as always, the magnificent Madison Gwynn. Madison, how are we?
I'm doing amazing, and I'm ready for an action-packed night tonight. With the energy of our fighters and the buzz of this crowd, I think we have the recipe for a legendary night of sumo. I'm most excited to see our former champions, Osuna Arashi and Sazlan Gaglov, return to the dojo, but there are a few new names that I'm especially excited for, in Kyle Ferreter and Ganbat Batsaya, a former professional sumo wrestler.
Tons of amazing competitors, but the dark horse, Abdul Sonic El Sefi, shocked the world last time out with his upset of Sazlan Gaglov and nearly toppled the king, Osuna Arashi, in the finals of Club Sumo 2. What can the fans expect from him tonight?
Abdul El Sefi is a man with a plan, and he's got a lot of sneaky wrestling tricks up his sleeve. I'm very interested to see what he's got prepared for his opponents tonight, and I think he has the potential to find himself in the finals once again.
What a memorable night. It cannot be stated enough. Over 5,000 fans here in New Jersey at the Prudential Center. This is a big moment.
Man, with a nearly sold out show and over 5,000 fans in attendance tonight, and this arena is huge. If this is your first time tuning in, you're in for quite a treat. And I have a feeling that this might be our most exciting show of the whole promotion so far to date.
It's my pleasure to welcome our third member of the broadcast team into the booth, former World Boxing Champion, Kara Castronova. Kara, how are you, and what matchup has you excited the most?
Hey, I'm really excited about tonight. My matchup to look out for in the opening rounds is Fatih Abdul-Rakab and Kyle Ferreter. Both are sumo champions, both are brand new to the league. Ferreter has collegiate experience, and Fatih has been practicing judo since he's 5 years old. It's sure to be a firefight, and it is my matchup to look out for in the opening rounds.
Club Sumo is back here at the White Eagle Hall in Jersey City, New Jersey. Oh, but he's got the Mawashi. Abdul, though, with the hip toss.
And this is a good angle to lift at, and
wow.
There you go. Right out. I mean,
who are you liking?
Jockeying for control, clinching
doing a good
Madison.
job getting the underhook, but
Hui Jr. walks him out of the dojo. Starts big, slap by Kimo.
looking for the Mawashi.
Strong Mawashi control and Kimo.
Oh!
It's gonna be close, Madison. Gets us going. Quarterfinals, big shots upstairs. Sandstorm just takes out the blade.
I love the dance.
Sonic El Sefi with an opportunity to capture some serious momentum, Madison. Gaglov starts strong, big strike upstairs from Sonic, but Sazlan grappling with control, but the chip is out!
Oh, wow.
Abdul
What an
Sonic
upset.
El Sefi is heading to the finals. Arashi's got the dojo generalship. Now he moves. Almost out, and it's done. The Sandstorm makes his way back to the finals and gets through the Brazilian Hui Jr. Arashi, strong start.
Oh,
that
goes for a
goes
single
low.
leg. Wow.
Wow.
Great technique. Drops right down to a single leg. And
Good clash. Abdul, 50-50. Forced to the edge of the dojo, and El Sefi steps out. Arashi back in it, Madison. Both guys, knuckles down. Good clash, control. Now a 50-50 clash. Arashi showing the strength. Lifting Abdul up and getting him out.
Oh, nicely done.
The Sandstorm finally reaches the peak of Club Sumo. Club Sumo 2 was amazing. World Championship Sumo proves to be even better. Here is the first round matchups. Madison Gwynn, walk me through what we're going to see initially here.
Yeah, our first round matchup is Kyle Ferreter versus Fatih Abdul-Rakab. We got a chance to speak to both of them. Fatih Abdul-Rakab, he's 27 years old. He started judo at 5, and Kyle Ferreter himself is a national champion, so they've both got a lot of grappling experience.
Next up, Muhammad Kamal meets Allison Salas, the Wrath of Rio, looking for redemption. Then the Titan makes his return. Brennan Moorfield taking on Jim Grammer. Then Big Chemo graces the Prudential Center against the Concrete Cowboy, Matt Kramer. Next up, Russia's Sazlan Gaglov takes on the returning Tenzin Zaya. Then Osuna Arashi, the Great Sandstorm, meets the powerlifting world champion, Islam Ibrahim. Let's take it to a quick look at the sumo rules just so we can get acquainted with the what's what here, Madison.
Yes, each matchup is a best-of-3 battle. A winner is determined by the following: either successfully forcing your opponent to step out of the ring or forcing your opponent to touch the ground with any body part except the bottom of his feet. This even includes the tops of the feet. 6 winners plus 2 wild cards will advance to the next round, and wild cards are determined by most battle wins and most time spent inside the dojo.
Amazing. Cannot wait for it. Let's look at our Grand Prix point system. 2 points awarded to winning a best-of-3 matchup, 1 point for a takedown battle win. 10 points will be awarded to whoever comes in first tonight, 7 to second, 5th to third, and 3 points to whoever comes in fourth. 3 points will be awarded to each fighter in the best match of the night, and 3 to the takedown of the night. Visit WCSumo.com for more information. Now, our Grand Prix standings are as such, Madison. The Russian Sazlan Gaglov at 39 points stands ahead of most of the crowd, but the Great Sandstorm Osuna Arashi is right behind him at 37.
Yes, and we've got Hui Jr. in third place for the Grand Prix. Unfortunately, we won't be seeing him wrestle tonight, but he has racked himself up 23 points so far, so he's doing well for himself. Up next at number 4, we've got Abdul Rahman El Safi. This is Sonic El Safi. With 12 points, and Kamal Basira just behind him with 11.
Then the Titan at number 6 with 3, Artur Bagayev, Muhammad Kamal, Hassam Omar, and Jim Kramer all the way at the bottom through 2 events. Let's take it to a quick ad read. We'll be right back at the Prudential Center. Massive thank you to all of our sponsors, Mount Sinai, Mark Taffet Media, the Prudential Center, and Triller TV, powered by Fight. Without further ado, let's get into what will sure to be a legendary night. Jazz Sekiro, take it away.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is the dojo. Within it, there is a quest for dominance, a search for sumo supremacy. And tonight, we will find it. World Championship Sumo live from the Prudential Center in Newark, New Jersey. Ladies and gentlemen, are you ready? We'd like to welcome all the fans that are streaming live at Triller.tv. I want to address the fans at home and everybody out around the
Look at these guys, 12 absolute behemoths, the most colossal collection of athletes possible.
All
heralded.
coming in here with a lot of attitude and a lot of energy. They all want to be a champion tonight, and there can only be one.
100%. So many great stories here. Cannot wait for tonight.
Ladies and gentlemen, in our first match tonight, seeded 7th, Fatih Abu El Rokab versus our 6th seed, Kyle Farrader. In our second match, our 8th seed, Alison Salas versus Mohammed Kamal. In our next match, our 9th seed, Jim Grammer versus our 4th seed, Brennan Moorfield. Our next fight, seeded 10th, Matt Kramer versus the number 3 seed, Kamal Basira. And now our 11th seed, Gambat Botsaya versus our number 2 seed, Saslan Gaglov. Winner of Club Sumo number 1. And finally, our number 12 seed, Islam Ibrahim versus the number 1 seed, Osuna Arashi, Club Sumo 2 champion.
Taking the shirt off.
Oh, he's got the war braids too. Oh!
I don't want involved in this, please. Thank you, Saslan. Ladies and gentlemen, put your hands together for your World Championship Sumo fighters.
An unreal opening round here in the Prudential Center.
Ladies and gentlemen, our Gaioji for this evening, our head referee, Ronnie Allman.
Ronnie Allman, the 3rd man in the doyo all night long, keeping and containing all of the action. Let's take it to a quick graphic of that opening round one more time and get familiar with the 12 guys we'll see. Kyle Farrader and Fatih Abu El Rokab kick it off. Then Mohammed Kamal and Alison Salas, the Titan. Brennan Moorfield versus Jim Grammer. Big Chemo makes his Prudential debut opposite the Cowboy, Matt Kramer. Then champion Saslan Gaglov meets Tenzin Zaya, and the legendary Sandstorm Osuna Arashi takes on the championship powerlifter Islam Ibrahim. You can see all those opening odds presented by Kenny White. No better man to talk to right now than the man himself, Kenny White. Kenny, how are you, sir, and what is going on in Vegas?
Hey, man, this is great, but I'm looking forward to tonight's fights. I'm really excited to see what we see from Kamal Basira tonight, Brennan Moore, and Mohammed Kamal. Those 3 guys should be very interesting to see how far they can make it through this competition. But most, I'm looking forward to the 1 versus 12 fight tonight. The power lifter, as you said, Ibrahim tonight, versus Arashi, both from Egypt. That should be a great 1 versus 12 matchup, the best one we've seen yet.
Ibrahim seeking vengeance for his defeat several weeks back. I know the 5,000 fans here in the Prudential Center love upsets. Who is the underdog they should keep their eyes on, Kenny?
Yeah, I think it's probably tonight, Mohammed Kamal. I like what I've seen out of him. But again, we haven't seen Kyle Farrader yet. He's a new guy in there, so keep an eye on him as well. He was an NCAA championship wrestler.
I love it. Let's take a look at that full-page graphics and get further acquainted with our future odds. Of course, Asuna Arashi, the legendary Sandstorm, plus 160, but Russia's Sazlan Gaglov right behind him. Big Chemo at plus 800, then the Titan at plus 2,000. You can see the odds get pretty wide as we go further down. Muhammad Kamal at plus 2,500, Kyle Ferreter at plus 3,000, Fatih Abul Rakab at plus 3,500, then the Wrath of Rio, Allison Salas at plus 2,500. Gets even wider, Jim Grammer plus 10,000, the Concrete Cowboy, Matt Kramer also at plus 10,000, Tenzin Zaya at 15,000, and the powerlifter, Islam Ibrahim at plus 7,500. Worth a couple darts. Thank you to Kenny White for the odds. Madison, here's again those first round matchups. Best of 3, top 8 advance. Ferreter versus Fatih kicking off tonight.
Yes, we've got 6 winners and 2 wild cards will advance from these 6 matches, and I'm excited to see what our 8-man bracket looks like tonight.
I know Kenny gave his thought. I'm on the Concrete Cowboy, Matt Kramer, to shake things up. But without further ado, let's get into our first round here at the Prudential Center. We set it inside to Jazz Sakiro.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome to the dojo your first sumo fighters, Fatih Abul Rakab and Kyle Ferreter.
We kick off the night with an absolute banger from Mahala, Egypt. It's Fatih Abul Rakab and Kyle Ferreter, the Goon. You can see tight odds, 100 pounds separate these two, 5 inches in height. Both guys are pretty fired up, Madison.
They've both got a lot of energy. They've both got a lot of experience as well. As I said earlier, Kyle Ferreter is a national champion in sumo, an amateur, and his opponent, his opponent is quite experienced himself.
Debuts on both sides here at World Championship Sumo. Let's get into it. We send it to Jazz Sakiro.
Ladies and gentlemen, here we go. The best of 3 battles will decide this match. Introducing first, on my left, weighing 225 pounds from Mahala, Egypt. Introducing Fatih, Mr. Knees, Abul Rakab.
Slapping the Mawashi.
His opponent across the dojo on my right, weighing 325 pounds from Colorado Springs, Colorado, presenting Kyle the Goon Ferreter. When the action begins, your Gyoji is Ronnie Allman.
Ronnie Allman, third man in. Listen to that pop for the Goon, Kyle Ferrier.
He seems to be getting the crowd riled up.
Colorado Springs, rename that to New Jersey.
Fatih Abul Rakab, like I said earlier, has a lot of experience on his side. He started judo at 5 years old. He's a Dan 2 black belt. And he started freestyle wrestling in 2007. He's won a couple championships through that. Started sumo in 2014, joined the Egyptian national team, and was at the World Championship for his first competition in Japan.
Well, let's see how he does here tonight. Ferreter, slight favorite. Mr. Knees at plus 170. Mawashi grab, inside trip, and Fatih Abul Rakab strikes first blood here at the Prudential Center.
Nicely done for Mr. Knees. He went in immediately, grabbed the Mawashi, went in for an inside trip, and immediately tripped his opponent.
Battle 1 winner, Abul Rakab.
So many different mixed martial arts and combat sports disciplines play into effect here. That inside trip was beautiful.
Let's see if he can do it again. Got a little bit of confidence from this first round.
We talked about upsets. Fatih Abul Rakab on the precipice of getting one. Ferreter, deep underhooks on both sides. Grabbing the Washi on the left, trying to move. Can he get Fatih down? But no, Abul Rakab!
Inside trip for Fatih.
Mr. Knees rumbled him down to the doyo.
Mr. Knees able to get inside the knees.
Ferreter in disbelief at the upset here. Didn't expect that one to happen. We sent it inside to Jazz Sekiro to make it official.
Ladies and gentlemen, your winner, Fatih, Mr. Knees, Abu
Abu El-Rokab making quick work of Kyle Ferreter. Just excellent expertise all around. The inside trips were all he needed, Madison.
Definitely, and Kyle Ferreter did put up a good fight. He was looking for the Mawashi, he was looking for underhooks, but it seems that Mr. Knees has a little bit more experience in the trip game than he does.
Absolutely. Now, looks like Mr. Knees will get the talk with Kara Castronova.
I'm here with the winner, Fatih Abdulrakab. Congratulations on your victory. How were you able to overcome the size advantage?
I'm so happy to be here, guys. With all of this fans. Thank you so much, guys. Thank you. Thank you.
I know that you have extensive sumo experience in Japan. How does it compare to the Prudential Center?
So, I never see this before. I never see all of this guy watch sumo. I never see this before. Trust me. This is a great job right there. Thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you, everyone. And thank you for being here with us. Let's go.
Give it up for Fatih Abu El-Rokab.
One to watch moving forward, Fatih Abu El-Rokab blitzing his way into the quarterfinals. We keep the action rolling. Our next bout of the night, 5th seed taking on the 8th seed. It's Muhammad Kamal and Allison Salas. Now, Madison, the Wrath of Rio, when he made his debut, struggled significantly, but he told us that tonight he's aiming to be more relaxed and more composed.
That's true. He said that he was a little nervous because last competition was his first competition in a long time, and he knows that these are good competitors. This time he plans to stay relaxed and hopes to show his sumo better and to fight more calmly.
Let's take it to Jazz Sekiro.
What do you think, ladies and gentlemen? Are you having a good time? Once again, we'd like to welcome all the viewers streaming live at TrillerTV.com. We are ready for your next match. Please welcome to the dojo, Allison Salas and Mohammed Kamal.
Now, interesting, Kamal entered the sumo ranks at Club Sumo 2 and blew through Allison Salas. This is a rematch of that opening round. We'll see if history repeats, or can the Wrath of Rio change up the game?
I think Allison has a chance to get back, get some revenge, you know? I know that he doesn't want to come back and have the same thing happen that happened last time. Like he said, he's going to fight more calmly and he's going to try to control his body more, so let's hope that it works out for him.
Ladies and gentlemen, this match will be decided the best of 3 battles. Introducing first on my left, from Itu, Brazil, weighing 286 pounds, introducing Allison Salas. His opponent across the dojo, weighing 210 pounds, from Zagazag, Egypt, presenting the Black Horse, Mohammed Kamal. Your Gaioji is Ronnie Ullman.
Ronnie Ullman, third man in for this opening round rematch of Club Sumo 2. Kamal minus 150. The Wrath of Rio plus 120. Implied that this will be quite competitive, Madison.
I believe so. When you've got the Wrath of Rio and the Dark Horse going against each other, it's got to be exciting and violent.
Kamal setting up a little bit south of the position. Each guy taking their time. Love the gamesmanship in these moments with the standing up and squatting down.
I also love the matching.
Oh, here we go. Salas getting the hands up front. Kamal trying to dig on the underhooks, pushing the Wrath of Rio back. But look at the size of Salas. Oh!
Nicely done for Kamal.
That was an earth-shattering drop to the dojo. Salas not liking that.
A bit of pain, yeah.
I mean, look at the sheer athleticism of Muhammad Kamal. This guy is an Olympic-looking athlete.
wrecked. I mean, look at those shoulders.
Salas on the precipice.
Battle 1 winner, Mohamed Kamal.
Allison Salas on the precipice of being swept for a second straight time by Muhammad Kamal. If he wants to survive and stay in this, he's got to show us that Wrath of Rio.
Looking a bit pained after his last round. I believe he probably hit pretty hard on that mat, and it doesn't look like there's anything but concrete below it.
Definitely could knock the wind out of you pretty easily. Salas taking a labored start, but he's down easy enough for Muhammad Kamal as the dark horse blitzes his way into the quarterfinals, once again defeating Allison Salas.
Yeah, Salas had a slow start, and Kamal did a good job immediately dropping to a double leg. He did a good job, of course, of not dropping a knee to the ground because that would put him out, but he just drove straight through, head in the chest, and double hands on the leg. So that was a great job for him.
You can see that replay. Maybe we should start calling him the bulldozer. We send it inside to Jazz Sakiro to make it official.
Ladies and gentlemen, your winner, the Black Horse, Mohamed Kamal!
Mo Kamal getting it done at the Prudential Center, earning himself a quarterfinal spot and earning a post-match interview with World Championship boxer Kara Castronova.
I'm here with the winner, Muhammad Kamal. Muhammad, your opponent had a significant size advantage over you. What's the strategy for a smaller sumo fighter?
I don't really care. I'm here to have fun and kick some ass. I don't care what the side. That was the game plan. That's the game plan for the whole night. Have fun and kick some ass. That's it.
Love the attitude.
What is your message to Fatih, who you will be facing in the next round?
You have to be careful, Fatih. You have to be careful.
And how about your message to the fans in the Prudential Center tonight, everybody watching on Triller TV?
I want to thank everybody who come here to support us and watch the sumo and help us to celebrate the sport of sumo. Thank you so much, guys. And we just getting better.
Give it up for your winner, Muhammad Kamal!
The dark horse, a thoroughbred on the microphone. Kamal had him eating out of his hand. What a performance. I mean, this guy against Allison Salas is basically free money. Let's keep the action rolling. Our tail of the tape for the next bout. The Titan, Brendan Moorfield, takes on the Jersey Devil himself, Jim Grammer. Big odds disparity with Moorfield being the favorite, but the weight all goes to the Jersey Devil, as is several inches in height and 3 years in age. This Tail of the Tape brought to you by Mount Sinai. We find a way, and we're finding a way inside the dojo to Jazz Sakiro.
Ladies and gentlemen, once again, here we go. Please welcome your next two sumo fighters to the Duke Dojo. Please welcome Jim Grammer and Brennan Moorfield.
Jim Grammer built his sumo approach from the ground up, reverse engineering the teachings of the masters and any resource he could find. While the Jersey Devil has yet to strike in WCS, his best chance may come against fellow American Brendan Moorfield in the opening round tonight to finally realize his sumo dreams. On the opposite side of the coin, Brendan Moorfield broke onto the scene by overcoming physical specimen Islam Ibrahim, but the lack of sumo experience is what held the Titan back and could be his Achilles heel. While he may not possess all of that, the mixed martial artist has a will that can't be denied, Madison.
I agree. Brendan Moorfield had an upset in the first club sumo against Islam Ibrahim, quite a specimen. So he's obviously proven that he can handle a much larger opponent in Jim Grammer.
Let's take it to Jazz.
Ladies and gentlemen, here we go. The best of three battles will decide this match. Introducing first, weighing 330 pounds from Jackson, New Jersey, introducing the Jersey Devil, Jim Grammer. His opponent across the dojo, weighing in at 238 pounds, from Orlando, Florida, presenting Brendan Moorfield.
That is amazing. The pop that Jim Grammer got.
And when the action begins, your Gaioji is Ronnie Almond.
Ronnie Almond, third man in between the Battle of the Americans. Fan favorite, Jim Grammer. Let's see what he's got.
The Jersey Devil here in Jersey is definitely a fan favorite, and the Floridian, Brendan Moorfield, was getting some boos. I don't think that's fair based on where he lives.
If one thing's for sure, the Titan has no regard for the crowd or their opinion. Minus 300 favorite to Moorfield, plus 220 to the Jersey Devil. One thing's for sure, the Prudential Center will go wild if Grammer can get a battle win. Here we go, big strike upstairs. Moorfield, though, just bulldozes him.
Jim Grammer opened up the inside when he went upstairs to the face, which allowed Brendan Moorfield to get his hands inside to the chest and start using that push thrust style to get him out.
Tactical error. Now here is the replay. Madison Gwynn, like you just said, just pushing it.
Yep, his hands went up to the top first, and then Brendan Moorfield started getting in on the armpits and the chest, which had Jim Grammer on the outside, unable to recover.
Grammer back against the wall. Hometown advantage. Can he rally?
Same thing.
Grabs him a washi, but no! The Titan collects Jim Grammer's number en route to the quarterfinals.
Looked like he tripped a bit there. Same result. Jim Grammer tried to go up top. Brendan Moorfield did a good job of staying inside and attacking at the armpits.
The Titan, with limited sumo experience, is really showing how much of a sponge he is. We send it to Chaz Sakiro to make it official.
Ladies and gentlemen, your winner, Brendan Moorfield!
The Titan, once again, fighting himself in the quarterfinals. The Jersey Devil, all respect to Jim Grammer, just wasn't enough here tonight. Now, he speaks with former championship boxer, Kara Castronova.
I'm here with the winner, Brendan Moorfield. Brendan, I know you played professional football. How does sumo compare?
It doesn't compare. It's a different sport. You wouldn't know until you tried it, but it takes a lot of technique, a lot of skill, a lot of balance. You might think you could do it, but come try it.
What's your message for your opponent in the upcoming round?
Good luck, baby. I love you.
And
To New Jersey, I know you don't like me, but I love you.
they love you now. What's your message for the fans watching on Triller TV?
Keep watching, show support, get loud, let's go!
Always great on the mic.
Give it up for your winner, Brendan Moorfield.
Brendan Moorfield knows how to make some fans here in the Prudential Center. We're going to take it to a quick break, but we'll be right back in New Jersey.
I have all the respect for the great names besides me, like Sandstorm, Toslan, like great names on sumo career, but I got zero respect for both of them on Sunday night.
Pleasure to compete in this kind of big arena where all champions, all famous athletes go through. For me, it's like to be in a best moment ever. Last time I don't have a chance to compete with the champion. Unfortunately, I lost my title, but I will work hard to defend my title and get back.
Unfortunately, I didn't meet Austin, the big girl at the final, but I wish I could meet him to smash his face. Hopefully, I'm gonna see him again on Sunday. Yeah, I can't wait. I can't wait to beat the out of him.
High-octane action awaits. Our tale of the tape brought to you by Mount Sinai between Big Chemo and the Concrete Cowboy. Basira, a huge favorite, and 120 pounds of weight, an inch in height, but Matt Kramer, 8 years of age. We send it inside to Chaz Sakiro to bring the athletes in.
Ladies and gentlemen, our opening round qualifier bringing us to our next match. Please welcome to the dojo, Matt Kramer and Kamal Basira.
Kamal Basira, a fan favorite whose smile is nearly as big as he is, coming to the Prudential Center, seeking a statement performance to put the sumo stars on notice. The 14-time sumo medalist is historically unfamiliar with second place and is locked in on not allowing history to repeat inside World Championship Sumo. But the Concrete Cowboy, Matt Kramer, is an electrifying individual.
And he's got quite the martial arts background with a jiu-jitsu black belt. He's a Masters World Champion. He got second at Pan Ams and second at Europeans in 2023. And for those of you who are not familiar with jiu-jitsu, those are some big tournaments.
This won't be easy, but the Army veteran, Concrete Cowboy Matt Kramer, knows how to swim in the deep waters, and he's going to need to against the behemoth of Big Kimo.
Ladies and gentlemen, this opening round will be decided by the best of 3 battles for this match. Introducing first on my left, weighing 250 pounds from Pennsylvania, introducing Matt, the Concrete Cowboy, Kramer! And now his opponent across the dojo, weighing in at 370 pounds, out of Cairo, Egypt, ladies and gentlemen, Kamal Basira, Big Kimo! When the action begins, your Gaioji is Ronnie Ullman.
Big Kimo, definitely a fan favorite here in the crowd.
It's Big Kimo's show and world. We are just living inside of it. But the Concrete Cowboy locked in on a potential upset. Plus 500 for Kramer, minus 800 for Big Kimo.
He's got an interesting mix of athletes. Both are black belts in different sports, one in jiu-jitsu, one in judo. So look for a lot of throws coming from Big Kimo, as he has been quite the champion in judo as well as sumo.
Kramer made the debut at Club Sumo 2. Now here he is at World Championship Sumo. I agree, he's going to need to leverage these different tools. These mixed martial artists, guys from different backgrounds, they can't go sumo for sumo. They got to play it differently. Kimo upstairs. Kramer.
Kimo looking for those inside hooks, looking for the mawashi, looking to pick up and lift Matt Kramer.
Oh,
Concrete. Throws him to the ground.
Concrete Cowboy meets the asphalt. Kimo just dragged him around the dojo. Credit to Kramer for staying on it and balancing, but just wasn't enough, Madison. Here's the replay.
You can see an improvement.
Battle
last
1 winner,
last match,
Big Kimo!
Went against Hui Jr., Hui was able to pick him up twice with ease. So you can see now Matt Kramer has found a couple tools to combat that style of pointing, but wasn't enough this time.
Got to dig for underhooks. Kramer double overs.
Definitely.
Not going to move anything, especially not a mountain in Cairo's Kamal Basira.
Most definitely. See if he can find them in this round.
Big Kimo, Concrete Cowboy. Oh, a little bit of a false start, but we keep going. Hand shots upstairs. Ronnie Almond trying to get engaged. We'll see what happens. Matt Kramer smiling as usual.
False start. Yep, they're going to call it a false start. I don't think he heard the referee when he went off. He had too much excitement, too much adrenaline.
Love Matt Kramer. Guy just rolls with it like a surfer on a Hawaiian wave. No issues for Concrete Cowboy. Reset. Each guy physically gifted, athletic specimen. Kimo, Kramer. Ronnie Almond gets us going a little bit quick from Kimo again. Grabbing the
Kimo
throat.
right on the chin, forcing his head out. It's hard to fight somebody when they're pushing your face away and you can't turn to face them. You know, the head is attached to the whole body.
When you control the chin, you control everything. Kimo with an easy opening round win. We send it to Jazz to make it official.
Ladies and gentlemen, your winner, Kamal Basira, Big Kimo!
Big Kimo getting it done, sweeping the dojo here in the opening round. Interesting techniques, a lot of shots upstairs to the throat that we haven't seen Kamal use before.
I think he took a page out of Osuna's book this past round.
Let's take a look at the replay here, just gripping the chin of Kramer. He is rewarded with a post-match interview with Kara Castronova.
I'm here with your winner, everybody, Big Kimo. Big Kimo, you are definitely big. What do you eat to keep this very healthy weight?
Every single thing on the table. I ate everything on the table.
What's your favorite food?
Everything. I eat everything. Everything.
What's your message? I know that you're a good friend of Fatih. What is your message for him? You're fighting him in the next round.
I don't give a shit. I don't give a two shit. Tonight, we're gonna smash. We're gonna smash, guys.
What's your message to the fans watching around the world and everybody here in the Prudential Center tonight?
Much love, much respect, and for all the audience, they couldn't make it here and they're watching behind the TV. Make sure next time come visit us before we go visit you.
Give it up for Big Kimo, everybody, your winner.
God, this guy was born to speak to the masses. A prophet, Big Kimo, crushing his way into the quarterfinals.
I love his almost quoting Khabib Nurmagomedov. We gonna smash.
Smash everybody.
Smash everybody.
Well, let's smash into this next tale of the tape, brought to you by Mount Sinai. Russia's Soslan Gaglov takes on Combat Batsaya. Minus 8,000 for the Club Sumo 1 champion. He will have a hefty weight advantage, as well as 5 inches in height. But Batsaya, 6 years the elder. He has taken almost 2 decades on the shelf. This is his return, Madison. I'm very excited for it.
I am as well. 17 years since Ganbat Bazaya has been seen inside the dojo, so I know that he's really ready to get back in there and show what he's been working on. I love the sumo shirts in the crowd, the sumo suits in the crowd. That's awesome.
Those are amazing. Let's send it to Jazz to bring these athletes in.
Once again, ladies and gentlemen, we'd like to welcome all the viewers that are streaming live at Triller TV. Welcome to the sold-out Prudential Center here in Newark, New Jersey for World Championship Sumo. It is time for your next opening round. Please welcome to the dojo, Combat Batsaya and Soslan Gaglov.
The Big Bear, one of the most accredited wrestlers that entered into World Championship Sumo, taking on Combat Batsaya. Tenzin, a lot of expectation from this not elderly, I wouldn't say elderly, but older competitor.
Yes, he said he's a bit nervous, but he believes that God gave him this opportunity to compete again, and he will try his best. He says that he respects everybody, and he's ready for a good match. So I'm excited to see what he has to offer us.
Age is not a factor for Tenzin Ulaanbaatar, Mongolia, now here at the Prudential Center in Jersey. But man, he's got a tall task in Soslan Gaglov. We send it to Jazz Sakiro to get this underway.
Ladies and gentlemen, once again, the best of 3 battles will decide this opening round match. Introducing first on my left, weighing 264 pounds, fighting out of Mongolia, introducing Combat Tenzin Batsaya. His opponent across the dojo, weighing 368 pounds, fighting out of Alanya, Russia, presenting Soslan Gaglov. When the action begins, your head referee is Ronnie Ullman.
Ronnie Ullman, third man inside. One Matador got it done last night against Alexander Volkanovski. We'll see if another Matador can keep that success rolling.
I'm excited. We're looking at right now 2 former professional sumo wrestlers who wrestled in Japan. So this is exciting. We've got a lot of experience here on the mat, on the dojo.
Batsaya ends a 17-year absence from the dojo. But the Matador, the Big Bear, just dropping the shoulder into him. But Batsaya holding his own. Tenzin on the Mawachi.
Nice.
Whoa!
Wow, what an upset for Ganbat Batsaya. Did very good with the head positioning and kept his forehead in Soslan's temple, which made it very hard to turn into him.
Battle
to do anything.
winner,
He was able to turn him to the ground.
Batsaya.
Very great job for Ganbat Batsaya and such an upset. He should be very proud of that one.
Soslan Gaglov, minus 8,000 favorite, but he is on the precipice of being pushed out of tonight's tournament.
Looking to have a bit of pain there in the arm and shoulder, his right arm as he was shaking it out. Hopefully that's not affecting him in any way.
And some mental destabilization.
I'm excited for this one. The crowd is at the edge of their seats.
If you've got a dart on Gambat Batsaya, you are clutching your pearls.
Heck, you might make some money tonight.
Sazlan Gaglov taking a moment. Prudential Center not liking the pause. We've seen Sazlan wear so many emotions on his sleeve. He doesn't have the best poker face, I would say.
Not a single bit of poker face. But it's okay, it makes it exciting. We get to know what's kind of going through his head, and it makes him a little bit more human.
Oh, we start strong. Gaglov pushing through.
Immediately got the underhooks, immediately got the Mawashi for Gaglov. He looks to lift him out, and he's successful. That was a great job.
That is the strength of the Big Bear, the Matador, just bullying Tenzin outside of the doyo. Here's the replay, Madison.
Tenzin was doing a good job. You can see they both have one under and one overhook,
Battle
but he just
winner,
wasn't strong enough to be able to lift Sazlan like he did.
We will go to a third and final battle.
This is exciting. I'm really ready for this one.
Lots of tension in our final opening round matchup, or excuse me, second to last opening round matchup. Will Tenzin complete a huge upset, or can Sazlan Gaglov live up to that price tag attached to his name?
I mean, something to note, Gambat Batsaya got to the third highest division as a professional sumo wrestler, known as a Makushita, so he definitely has the experience to make it here.
Tenzin, Gaglov, but Sazlan gets him out!
Showing why he's the former champion. Was able to push out Gambat Batsaya with ease and retain his status to go towards the finals.
Here's the replay. Tenzin just couldn't get away from the Big Bear, shut down all avenues of escape, and now is advancing to the quarterfinals. We send it inside to Jazz Sekiro to make it official.
Ladies and gentlemen, your winner, Sazlan Matador Gaglov!
What an effort by Gambat Batsaya. Nobody expected Tenzin to get a battle on the Russian, but the Big Bear does it again. Now he speaks with Kara Castronova.
I'm here with the winner, Sazlan Gaglov. Sazlan, were you worried after he pushed you out of the doyo in the first round?
A little bit. Was tough in the beginning. Really Mongolian wrestlers, very strong. And hopefully, I already warm up. I'm ready to get my title back tonight.
What can we expect from you in the upcoming rounds?
So, my family watching me right now, all the way in Florida, and they see me winning, and I hope I'm gonna win tonight. Thank you.
Give it up for Sazlan Gaglov, your winner, the Big Bear.
If you had your mortgage on Sazlan Gaglov, you were probably shaking a little bit, Madison.
And you're a little silly.
I like to bet big. Let's take it to our tail of the tape for Osuna Arashi and Islam Ibrahim. Sandstorm big odds favorite, but the E-Train will have a pretty significant weight advantage and 2 inches in height. He is 6 years younger. This tail of the tape brought to you by Mount Sinai. Our final opening round matchup is going to be a good one, Madison.
They both look like absolute units. Look at the muscles on their shoulders here. I mean, that's about the weight of my head on both of their shoulders.
That's a trap routine, probably forged by Arnold Schwarzenegger, if I had to guess. We talked about Islam Ibrahim not having so much experience, but we'll see if he can leverage those powerlifting tools against one of the best here, Osuna Arashi. Let's take it to Jazz Sekiro to bring these athletes in.
Ladies and gentlemen, here we go, the final opening round match. Please welcome to the doyo, Islam Ibrahim and Osuna Arashi.
Osuna Arashi, the favorite to win the whole dang thing, stumbled at the first Club Sumo event, then showed why he's the Sandstorm at Club Sumo 2. Can he continue this momentum and capture another win here tonight? Standing in front of him, Islam Ibrahim, the E-Train himself, probably the physically most intimidating man on the doyo, tasted defeat in the debut, but in the following weeks, he has studied the craft, Madison.
Quite physically intimidating indeed. Islam Ibrahim, the E-Train, is a 4-time weightlifting world champion, so you know he's got the muscles to show. But Osuna Arashi is going to be hard to take down, as he is a former professional sumo wrestler himself, so he's got quite the background.
Look at how locked in Arashi is. I mean, unbothered. Looks like he's on his way to the library. against the E-Train. Let's send it inside to Jazz Sekiro to introduce these athletes.
Ladies and gentlemen, the best of 3 battles will decide our final opening round. Heads up in the front row. Introducing first on my left, weighing 360 pounds from Alexandria, Egypt. Introducing Islam E-Train Ibrahim. His opponent across the dojo, ladies and gentlemen, 309 pounds out of Mansoura, Egypt, the great Sandstorm Club Sumo 2 champion, Osuna Arashi. Your Gaioji is Ronnie Allman.
Ronnie Allman, third man inside. Second biggest favorite of the opening round, the Sandstorm, Osuna Arashi. And Islam Ibrahim looking to show why he's here.
Very close in weight for the two wrestlers. Osuna standing at 355 pounds, where Islam Ibrahim is 360 pounds. Only a 5-pound difference between these behemoths.
Woo. Mind games from the E-Train and Sandstorm. The up, the down, before we clash, Madison.
And I'm gonna look down, up and down, checking out his competition, getting ready, making him wait on him.
Expect Osuna Arashi to touch the knucks and then immediately get after it. Right there, deep in on the E-Train. Can Ibrahim stop the Sandstorm? They're locked in the middle, Madison.
Osuna's got an over and an underhook on the Mawashi, see if he can do something with it. Technically, they're both at a neutral position here. Both have the same thing.
Oh, watch the feet of Osuna Arashi.
Osuna on the edge, can he make him fall?
Oh!
Beautiful job by Osuna Arashi, getting that quick switch there.
The Sandstorm bided his time and lifted the power lifter out. Madison, this replay.
Winner,
As
the
you can
great
see,
Sandstorm.
He was so close to tasting victory, and just at the last minute, Osuna Arashi did a good job of lifting, turning him by the Mawashi, and using his knee to kind of pick him up and over the edge there. It's beautifully done.
A master of leverage, Osuna Arashi, and now Islam Ibrahim battling physically and mentally. I mean, that has got to be debilitating.
On the plus side, he was almost there. So if he can just do it again and fix a few things, he might be able to go 1-1 here.
Almost winning is as good as peanuts here in World Championship Sumo. Minus 3,000 plus 1,800. The Sandstorm, the E-Train. Final opening round battle potentially. Arashi starts strong, pushes E-Train out. It's all over. Osuna Arashi sweeps the E-Train.
E-Train did a good job coming in strong, but Osuna did also a good job kind of hipping into him and making E-Train go off to the side at an angle where he was easily pushed out.
No base for Ibrahim. He just kind of couldn't balance his way through that moment.
Yeah, he got a bit turned around and he was unable to regain his control there.
We send it to Jazz.
Ladies and gentlemen, your winner, the great Sandstorm, Osuna Arashi.
Amazing work by the Sandstorm. 2 up, 2 down for Osuna Arashi here tonight as he heads over to speak with Kara Castronova.
I'm here with the winner, the great Sandstorm, Osuna Arashi. Sandstorm, he had you right here on the dojo. Looked like you were about to go out, but you turned him around and you put him on the mat. Walk us through that moment.
First of all, I would like to thank everybody who came here tonight. Really, thank you so much, guys. Without you, this event will not be that big. So again, really, thank you so much. So yeah, inside the dojo at the edge doesn't matter. It's Osuna Arashi, so I'm gonna win at the end. So that's it.
Saslan Gaglov, he's looking for you tonight. He said he wants to meet up with you in the finals. Any messages for the Big Bear?
Yeah, I heard what he said on the TV, so my message to him, go home, Teddy Bear. They're waiting for you. Not here. This is the home for Osuna Arashi. I'm the champion, baby, I'm the champion.
Give it up for Osuna Arashi, the great Sandstorm, everybody.
This guy's confidence could power a small city. What an amazing opening round that we had. Let's take it to a quick look to recap it with our guy in the sky, Kenny White. Kenny, how are you?
Hey, doing well, Ben. Great first round. Very excited to see some of these matchups here. Tenzin Zaya, really a shocker on winning one of those battles against Sultan. That experience is such a major factor in sumo wrestling. So yeah, I'm excited here. Brennan Moorfield and Muhammad Kamal, what a matchup that's going to be. I also think Fatih versus Camille Bashira is another great matchup. We got some outstanding matchups to look forward to here.
Oh, absolutely. Big chemo built for these big crowds. Tough that Jim Grammer couldn't get it done, but Kenny, let's take a look at who's up next here.
Yeah, so Sudo Arashi versus Zaya is going to be an interesting matchup. As I said, Muhammad Kamal and Moorfield is our first true pick-em matchup, I think, in sumo wrestling so far since making odds on this. That is the matchup of the night I'm looking forward to.
Soslan Gagloff down there with Kyle Ferreter. Gagloff minus 3,000. What can Ferreter possibly do to take out the Matador?
Boy, it's awfully tough. You know, in that last matchup, Islam Ibrahim gave him such a great time the first round there that all he needed to do was probably last another 10 seconds to make sure he moved into the final 8 here. But you saw Arashi, when he needs to win, he really throws it into another gear. So, you know, I'm not sure if there's anything Kyle Ferreter can do with Arashi. He's just too good of a competitor.
Well, don't let Kyle hear that. The action continues. Quarterfinals just ahead. We'll be right back at the Prudential Center.
I think it's a great time to be in rehabilitation medicine. It's a very broad field. It really deals with a lot of mechanics and the physical part of being a human.
There's 2 components to rehab. One, if a patient already has an injury, something as simple as knee pain, and something as severe as spinal cord injury, leaving them paralyzed.
The other avenue that we're going down now as a field is looking at overall human performance.
Welcome back here at the Prudential Center. Our first quarterfinal, Brennan Moorfield versus Muhammad Kamal, the Black Horse taking on the Titan. As Kenny White said, first pick'em in World Championship Sumo history, minus 115 on both sides. Kamal at a slight weight disadvantage, but he will possess an inch in height and 4 years in age. This tale of tape brought to you by Mount Sinai Madison. Quarterfinals kicking off in unreal fashion.
I'm excited. Brennan Moorfield has a bit of weight on Muhammad Kamal, but with all those muscles, it's hard to tell. I think Muhammad Kamal might be a bit physically stronger, but Brennan Moorfield might be able to take it with his wrestling background.
America versus Egypt in our opening quarterfinal matchup. We take it to Jazz Sakura.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the quarterfinals. Here we go. Please welcome to the dojo, Muhammad Kamal.
I gotta say, I'm deeply impressed by Muhammad Kamal, just blitzing through Allison Salas, not once but twice, and looking real good while doing it.
He did. Allison Salas, the Wrath of Rio, was not able to compare to Muhammad Kamal's strength and fruition. He was able to get exactly what he was looking for that match.
And now, ladies and gentlemen, here is his opponent, Brennan Moorfield.
Brennan Moorfield, not loved by the New Jersey audience, but seeing some fans potentially as this tournament continues. The Titan, an American that is just showing the serious level that we have in sumo.
Yeah, and he's also a amateur MMA fighter, so he's quite the martial artist all around.
Let's take it to Jazz.
Ladies and gentlemen, the best of 3 battles will decide this quarterfinal. Introducing first, on my left wing, 210 pounds, out of Zagazag, Egypt, the Black Horse, Muhammad Kamal. His opponent across the dojo, weighing in at 238 pounds from Orlando, Florida, Brennan Moorfield. When the action in the dojo begins, your referee is Ronnie Allman.
Ronnie Allman, third man inside the dojo. Muhammad Kamal only been beaten by Sazlan Gaglov here at World Championship Sumo. Brennan Moorfield looking to be added to that list.
This is an exciting one, as Brennan Moorfield actually trains with Sazlan as well as Karinga Conway, so you know that he's got the tools to beat the one who's only been beat by him. But
Moorfield down. Muhammad Kamal just cutting off the dojo and planting the Titan into the dojo.
Doesn't look like his training with Sazlan was helpful on this
Battle
one.
one winner, Muhammad Kamal.
But there's still the possibility for 2 more rounds where Moorfield, the upset king, can come through.
It's really all about angles. If you get a sharp turn on someone, it's pretty much game over. Again, this was implied to be the most competitive affair. Moorfield up against the wall. Moorfield.
They're in. Moorfield doing a good job of getting the underhooks, but like you said, he turned a wrong angle. He was unable to get his balance back, and Muhammad was able to shove him out.
Just too easy for the dark horse. The Titan falls tonight. Here's the replay, and he's just pushed right out. I mean, you overcommit, and then you find yourself out of the tournament.
Yeah, he did unfortunately, Brennan lifted his elbows up to the sky, which made it even easier to shove him out.
We send it to Jazz.
Ladies and gentlemen, your winner advancing to the semifinals, Muhammad the Black Horse Kamal!
Almost too easy for Muhammad Kamal. What an effort by him. The Titan, tough night at the office. We send it to Kara Castronova.
I'm here with your winner, Muhammad the Black Horse Kamal. Muhammad, you're already going to the semifinals. Please tell the audience how much it means for you to win this tournament.
I just need to kick some ass. I don't care about these fat guys. They are 300, 400 pounds. I don't care. I'm here to kick some ass and have fun. That's what it is. Have fun.
What's your message to the fans watching on Triller TV and all the fans here in the Prudential Center as well?
Thank you again for supporting us, for watching sumo, for trying to separate sumo sport, and understanding sumo only not for big guys, for smaller guys too. It's not about that, it's about this.
Give it up for your winner, Muhammad Kamal.
Muhammad Kamal finding himself in the semi-finals, trying to prove it's brains, not brawn, here at the Prudential Center.
Yeah, that was a great match for Muhammad Kamal going against Brennan Moorfield. We thought that Brennan was going to come out here and be some stiff competition, but it looks like Kamal was the stiff competition in this one.
Ha, there's always next time for the Titan. Let's take it to a tail of the tape for our next quarterfinal. Big Chemo against Fatih Abul Rakab. Chemo minus 360 will have a huge weight advantage and 3 inches in height. Fatih, 5 years younger. We'll see if that youth can maybe win against Egypt's Big Chemo. This tail of tape brought to you by Mount Sinai. We send it inside to Jazz Sakura.
Newark, New Jersey, how you feeling tonight? Sunday night World Championship Sumo. Welcome all the fans streaming live at Triller TV. We are live, locked and loaded here at the sold-out Prudential Center. Let's bring out your next quarterfinalists. Please welcome to the dojo, Fatih Abul Rakab.
Fatih Abul Rakab, plus 170 in the opening round, made the upset against Kyle Ferreter. Now here he is in the quarterfinals. What do you think about Fatih?
I'm excited for Fatih. He's a former wrestler, former judo black belt. I mean, not former, you're always a black belt. He's a judo black belt. He won the 2017 World Games in Poland, as well as got the second at the 2016 World Championship in Mongolia for wrestling. So he's quite a wrestler.
And now his opponent, Kamal Basira Big Chemo.
The man made for the spotlight. Here he is, Cairo, Egypt's Big Chemo once again in the quarterfinals. Huge favorite, minus 360, almost as big as he is.
This is awesome because we've got two Egyptian judo black belts going at it in sumo tonight. I mean, when do you ever see that?
Oh, right here, right now at the Prudential Center. It's the only place you can find it. And a guy who, we talked about wearing your emotions on the sleeve. Big Chemo is as transparent as a window when it comes to that. Let's take it inside to Jazz Security.
Ladies and gentlemen, the best of 3 battles will decide this quarterfinal, and the winner will advance to the semifinals. Introducing 225 pounds on my left, out of Mahala, Egypt, ladies and gentlemen, Fatih, Mr. Knees, Abu El Roka. His opponent across the dojo, weighing in at 370 pounds, fighting out of Cairo, Egypt, Kamal Basira, Big Chemo.
The bravado of Big Chemo.
The crowd loves him.
The third man in the dojo is Gayoji, Ronnie Allman.
Ronnie Allman, third man inside the dojo for this quarterfinal. Let's see what Fatih, Mr. Knees, Abu Rakab is made of.
I love that nickname, Mr. Knees.
I'd love to know where it came from.
Right. He tried to explain it to us, but we were quite confused.
The language barrier was tough. Big Chemo locked in on his smaller competitor. He is hungry to make it deep into tonight's tournament after back-to-back disappointing nights at the office at Club Sumo events.
Also interesting to know is that Fatih came to the U.S. with Big Chemo, and he's known Osuna as well for 5 years, and they're all friends.
All best buds, but we put it aside on the dojo. Cairo versus Mahala. Chemo versus Knees.
No friends on the mat.
Look at the thinking. We get going. Abul Rakab trying to get the double unders. Now Jackie and Chemo following him around, grabbing the Mawashi Madison.
Yep, Chemo's got a double, one over, one underhook, double grips on the Mawashi. Same for Fatih. It's looking like Fatih's doing a good job of getting angle changes though, and hipping in and shouldering in. And it looks like he might have some misdirection for Big Chemo coming pretty soon. Chemo
is grimacing, unsure if he's experiencing a stamina drop right now. Someone's got to make a move. Is it going to be Big Chemo or Mr. Knees?
It's another thing with these big guys is if you wait him out for 15 or 20 seconds, you can tire him out pretty easily.
Oh!
And he gets another trip. Mr. Knees, true to the name.
This guy is an inside trick machine as he topples Big Chemo, which is a devastating result for Chemo there.
Absolutely. That's 3 in a row. That worked beautifully. Let's see the replay. Right in there, he hops in, gets that inside trip, and Chemo is on his back.
It was a leg kick and then the inside trip. What a beautiful way of mixing it up on Egypt's Chemo. He's got to really contain himself.
Battle
here.
1 winner, Fatih Abu El Roka.
Feels like he didn't use that strength and size that he could have.
Right, I mean, it's not always about strength, especially or size, especially when the person you're going against is bigger and stronger. But, he did a really good job of using his little sneaky tricks, like inside trips, and making sure to just hold steady, keep his positioning, and try to tire out Big Chemo, which it looks like he did.
Basira has got to mind his P's and Q's. Minus 360 favorite, Fatih Abdullah Rakab, looking to cash as the underdog in consecutive appearances.
Slapping the Mawashi, trying to show him who's boss here on the dojo.
Like Muhammad Kamal said, it's not about size anymore. Sumo wrestling is evolving. Guys like Fatih Abdullah Rakab leading that charge.
Exactly, especially when you've got guys like this. I mean, both of these wrestlers are judo black belts that have transitioned into sumo, so they have an extensive background in grappling. They know more than just push and shove.
He's been a fan favorite, but now his back is against the wall. Chemo versus Knees. Abul Rakab grabbing the Mawashi Madison, but he's being backed up.
Back to the same position. Over-unders with double Mawashi grips. It looks like Chemo might be trying to move him to the edge here, trying to overpower him. And it works. Great job for Big Chemo. He was able to push him out.
He followed and cut off the doyo beautifully. Big Chemo with a high IQ play when it counts.
Correct. You can see that he starts
Battle
circling to the
two
left
winner,
and to the
Big
right.
Chemo.
Cut off
We will go
Fatih,
to a third
not allow
and
him to
final
get any space
battle.
to come back into the center. That was a great job.
And keeping that forward pressure. No inside trips
Right.
when you're on the back foot.
Right, exactly.
Here's the replay. Madison Gwynn, walk me through it.
You see that Big Chemo cuts him out, runs him to the edge, and is able to give him enough hips in to make Fatih step out, and the rest is history.
It is 1-1 in the quarterfinals. Big Chemo, desperate to make it further. Fatih Abdulrakab wanting to impress in the debut. Ronnie Almond, third man inside. Let's see what happens.
We've got people chanting Big Chemo.
Oh,
False
Fatih.
start.
Prudential Center not liking that one. Came off the doyo like a speeding train.
Sometimes the adrenaline can be just a bit too much, and you go off thinking you heard a call.
Those types of things, though, can freeze you. Fatih Abdulrakab now not only thinking about Big Chemo, but now going, oh, I got to start on time as well.
Right. Another false start, this time on Big Chemo's part. Or is it his part?
The tension is in the air in our second quarterfinal matchup.
Fatih just can't wait to hug him. They're such good buddies. He got some stomps here from Chemo.
I love it. Shake the doyo, shake the Prudential Center. Heavy clash. We get going. Chemo striking, pushing. Fatih now taking the center, but he's eating the throat chops, Madison.
They both did a great job of exchanging push and thrust there, and now they're working on the Mawashi, seeing that it wasn't working for either of them.
Look at the angle that Fatih's trying to take, but Chemo leveraging the strength.
Chemo taking center stage. It looks like he's going to push it out, and he does.
Chemo victorious here in New Jersey. He's on his way to the semis.
And the crowd loves it.
Emotional Big Chemo. What a back and forth contest it was. I love what Fatih Abdulrakab was trying to do, but in the replay you'll see it just wasn't enough, Madison.
Absolutely. I mean, he was doing all the right things. Unfortunately, Big Chemo is just a unit, and it's hard to take that guy down. I would love to see some more of Fatih in the future, though. I think he's very talented.
We send it inside to Jazz Sekiro.
Ladies and gentlemen, after 3 battles, your winner advancing to the semifinals, Kamal Zero Big Chemo!
Big Chemo getting more and more applause with each victory. He is earning a lot of fans here tonight. There's some good respect shown.
And becoming a fan favorite with the sportsmanship. We always love good sportsmanship.
Absolutely. Big Chemo now gets to talk with Kara Castronova.
I'm here with the winner, Big Chemo. Big Chemo, you're emotional. You dug deep in there. You showed a lot of heart. What was going through your mind right before that tiebreaker?
He's a World Championship wrestler. He's not an easy guy. Mentally, you have to be focused far away from physically. It's a World Championship, so be aware, you know. Not all the lightweight can easy to win, you know.
And in that third battle, Big Chemo, you got me. You would throw those open hand strikes. I've never really seen you do that. Is that something you're going to be doing more of tonight?
When the first round he got one, he thought for a second that I'm a nice piece of meat. So you're giving a finger, he need an inch. Nope. Now with me, baby. Now with me. Whenever I wanna go tough, I will go tough. That's it. That's it.
Give it up for your winner, everybody, Big Chemo.
The semifinals. Oh.
I would like to take 1 second to thank my coach, Stephen Gadd. I can't be without you here tonight. I can't be without you here tonight, coach. You know, I hate you in the training, but you told me you're gonna thank me later. And I'm thanking you right now, coach. Thank you. Thank you so much.
A lot of love from Big Chemo.
Thank you.
To Stephen Gadd. Excellent.
Thank you,
coach.
Big Chemo. Give it up for your winner, Big Chemo.
What a win for Chemo. Now he finds himself in the semis, Madison.
Yes, and he has got the crowd riled up. I'm sure that it's going to be electric in here when he comes back out on the doyo. Ah, you see him giving a hug to his coach, Stephen Gadd.
Talking about electricity, let's take it to our next quarterfinal. This tale of the tape brought to you by Mount Sinai. Big Bear, Soslan Gaglov, minus 3,000 against the Goon, Kyle Ferreter, who has a big weight disadvantage, but both guys 6'5" apiece. 10 years separate these two, with Ferreter being the younger. What does Ferreter need to do to take out the champ?
Well, Ferreter needs to use a lot of different wrestling styles because, as we've seen from previous matches, Soslan's weakness is when you start doing things like single legs and slaps to the face. So he's going to need to mix it up and use a lot of different wrestling styles if he wants to take on the Big Bear.
You can see the packed Prudential Center eagerly awaits our next quarterfinal matchup. Let's send it inside to Jazz Securo.
Ladies and gentlemen, here we go. Your next quarterfinal. Please welcome to the dojo, Kyle Ferreter.
Colorado Springs, Kyle Ferreter started wrestling his senior year of high school. He says that he has over 150 sumo matches and nearly 400 wrestling matches in general. After only a year of sumo training, he won nationals in 2021. That's a big accomplishment.
That is. He also went on to be a collegiate folk-style wrestler after wrestling in high school, so he's got some wrestling background behind him.
He's going to need it.
And now, ladies and gentlemen, let's bring out his opponent. Here is Soslan Gaglov.
Alania, Russia's Soslan Gaglov is a true veteran of the game. Fun fact, knows Islam Makhachev and Habib Nurmagomedov since they were kids.
Also fun fact, he was on 2 practice teams for the NFL, the Jacksonville Jaguars and the San Luis Rams.
This guy's just elite. Everything he touches turns to gold. Let's call him Midas Gaglov. What a guy. He's looking prime here in the quarterfinals as well. A tall task for Kyle Ferreter. Let's take it to Jazz Securo.
Ladies and gentlemen, the best of 3 battles will decide this quarterfinal, and the winner will advance to the semifinals. Introducing first, on my left, weighing 325 pounds, from Colorado Springs, Colorado, introducing Kyle the Goon Ferreter. His opponent across the dojo, weighing 368 pounds, from Alania, Russia, our club Sumo 1 champion, presenting Soslan Big Bear Gaglov. Your third man in the dojo is Gyoji Ronnie Allman.
Ronnie Allman, third man inside. Gaglov, minus 3,000. Favorite Kyle Ferreter, plus 1,800. On the comeback, he has got to do something exceptional to make it to the semis.
But don't count him out just yet. We've had quite a few upsets on the World Championship Sumo stage.
Gaglov puts him down, meets Ferreter in the center, holding the Mawashi. Ferreter, though, standing his ground, Madison.
Both wrestlers are holding the center and holding the Mawashis with an over and an underhook. They're at a 50-50 stance right here. It's going to depend on who takes the first step and disbalances themselves first, and it might be Kyle based on Soslan's energy here.
Gaglov is moving, testing, probing, trying to experiment. There's the push.
Hips
Can he
in,
get it?
And he's able to walk Kyle out. Great job and a great burst of energy there from Soslan.
Absolutely clinical. Waited for his moment and then exploded. That is the patience of a champion, Madison. Here's the replay. Walk us through it.
Yeah, when you've got 2 big guys sitting here holding strong, eventually one of them's going to start to fade.
Battle
and the
one
moment
winner,
you feel them fade,
Big Bear.
you got to run into them, which is what you see Soslan do here, immediately driving forward with all the pressure he's got, and he was able to get him out. Let's see if he can do it again. Kyle looking ready to go. Back against the wall, but he's ready for a rematch.
He needs to be. Kyle Ferreter, moments away from firmly being out of this one tonight. It is do or die for the Goon. Gaglov looking to repeat his trips to the semis, taking a moment.
Taking a moment.
That was a lot of energy he expended to get Kyle out in that first battle.
Right, and he might just need a few more breaths, a few more moments to catch his breath, because these are some big guys and they're moving a lot of weight.
If it was Greg Hardy in there, he'd probably have his inhaler. Oh, big collision. Gaglov dropping the shoulder. Now Kyle Farrader moving around, holding the Mawashi, but he is grimacing Madison.
You could hear the smack from here, and now he's got to deal with Saslan's shoulder in his chin, so I know that's not comfortable. Saslan turns him to the edge, and he's able to get him out. He does a good job of watching his opponent and not letting him drop on the concrete, which is quite nice.
A game of leverage that Saslan Gaglov will most likely always win. Here's the replay. Walk me through it, Madison.
Yep, as you can see, Saslan starts twisting him by the Mawashi, and there was just too much weight going that way. Kyle was only on one foot, and the next step he took was out of that doyo.
Well, let's step inside the doyo to Jazz Security.
Ladies and gentlemen, your winner advancing to the semifinals, Saslan Big Bear Gaglov!
Great job for Saslan Gaglov, and a performance that Kyle Farrader should not be upset with. He just went against our Club Sumo 1 champion and a former professional sumo wrestler.
Kyle will get better, but Saslan
I'm here with your winner, Saslan Big Bear Gaglov. Saslan, you're in the next round, you're going up against fan favorite Big Chemo. What's your message for Big Chemo?
Well, I'm gonna do my best today to make you all happy and see how Chemo losing. Thank you so much, Teddy, and we love you.
Give it up for your winner, the Big Bear, Saslan Gaglov.
Saslan Gaglov making it a three-peat to the semis. What a performance by him. A little bit of breaking news here. We have a sold-out Prudential Center. 5,142 in attendance here in Newark, Madison. Gwyn, that's fantastic.
And this arena is huge. I mean, every action, every event that happens, the arena starts roaring. It's very exciting.
Talking about roaring, it's about to get loud for our last quarterfinal. The Great Sandstorm, Osuna Arashi, minus 1,500, and the veteran, Tenzin, at plus 1,000. He is facing a bit of a weight disparity and height disparity, but the 10 years of age and experience have already proven to be quite useful. This tale of the tape brought to you by Mount Sinai, and I can't wait for it, Madison.
Me as well. Gamba Batsaya already showed that he is worth watching in his first round against Saslan Gaglov. He was able to get an upset in the first round, but the last two went to Saslan, and Saslan moved on. Let's see if he can do the same for Osuna.
Arashi's looked unbeatable, but Tenzin will do his best. We take it to Jazz.
Here we go, ladies and gentlemen, our final quarterfinal of the night. Please welcome to the dojo, Gambat Batsaya!
I was beyond impressed by the north of 40-year-old sumo veteran Gambat Batsaya Tenzin, ending a 17-year layoff here tonight and already scoring a point in the battle, Madison.
Absolutely. His first match was against Saslan Gaglov, and we saw he was able to get a tricky finish in his first round. He did some Mongolian wrestling before moving to Tokyo, Japan to be a professional sumo wrestler, so he's got quite the wrestling background.
From Ulaanbaatar, Mongolia, Gambat Batsaya is married with 2 kids. Brandon is 15, Bailey is 9, and his wife of 17 years, Baggy, is watching back home. He did say that she was the reason why he stopped sumo.
He did. And hopefully we're the reason he starts again.
True! The return of Tenzin would be fantastic. Unsure where he is. We might have lost him in the back.
Or Saslan might have gotten to him after that first match.
Yeah, the Big Bear, a little bit of revenge potentially. Here he is, Gambat Batsaya, Mongolia's own Tenzin, looking to turn back the clock. I mean, 43 years young, this guy doesn't look a day over 29.
Not at all, and giving high fives to the crowd, he's slowly becoming a fan favorite here at the Prudential Center.
And now, ladies and gentlemen, here is his opponent, Osuna Arashi.
Osuna Arashi, our Club Sumo 2 champion, the bad boy of World Championship Sumo. He likes to give slaps upstairs, and he says no one's his friend inside the dojo.
Oh, and I mean, he walks that as much as he talks it. The bravado of the Sandstorm. Funny that he started bodybuilding at 8 years old, and then at age 14 went and joined the Egyptian national team. He has been a champion many, many times. Looking to repeat that here, but he's got to get through. Tenzin first. Let's take it to Jazz.
Here we go, ladies and gentlemen, our final quarterfinal. The winner will advance to the semifinals. 3, the best of, will determine the winner of this quarterfinal. Introducing first, on my left, 264 pounds out of Mongolia, introducing Gambat Tenzin Botsaya. His opponent on my right across the dojo, 309 pounds, fighting out of Mansoura, Egypt, Osuna, the Great Sandstorm Arashi!
Talk about an unbelievable athlete.
Your Gaioji is Ronnie Allman.
Ronnie Allman, third man in for our last quarterfinal. It would be a special moment if Gambat Botsaya could get one over on Osuna Arashi.
Absolutely. We're looking at 2 former professional sumo wrestlers here in the dojo today. Osuna Arashi became a professional in Japan in 2011. He was the first professional sumo wrestler from Africa and the Middle East ever.
Wow. History inside the Prudential Center. A little bit tighter odds here for the Sandstorm. Minus 1,500, plus 1,000 on the comeback for Tenzin. Big size. Oh, look at the arms and strength of Osuna.
One under here. And he's able to walk Gambat out to his disappointment.
Gambat Botsaya tried. You could see the leverage and the attempted lift, but Osuna Arashi is about as dense as a brick.
Battle 1 winner.
Absolutely.
Here's the replay, Madison. Walk me through it.
Gambat was unable to get those underhooks. You could see he tried a bit to turn Osuna, but it was only to his failure because it put him right at the edge where Osuna was able to run him out.
We'll see if the 43-year-old can stay alive. Osuna Arashi not giving a single thing away. I mean, we talk about poker faces, and the Great Sandstorm is expressionless.
Right, we only see him start to crack a smile when he loses a round, so.
it's the defeats that egg him on. Oh! Tenzin!
And we might see him smiling soon.
Ulaanbaatar, Mongolia! Gambat Botsaya strikes the Great Sandstorm. Wow!
Incredible upset for Gambat Botsaya. That's 2 upsets in one night.
This guy is unbelievable. The lift and the toss. I mean, where has he been the last 17 years?
Yeah, we're definitely keeping him on the stage because he is talented and exciting.
Electricity is filling the Prudential Center. Gambat Botsaya was here in the opening round against Saslan Gaglov, but now in the quarters. Can he complete the upset?
He's looking ready to go, and so is Saslan staring him down. Wonderful to see him crack a grin here.
The Sandstorm now attempting to rally. Tenzin.
Playing some mind games here.
I mean, he is not thrown off at all.
Not at all. He's been there. He wrestled professional sumo in Japan for 6 years, starting at just 19 years old. So he's walked the walk and talked the talk himself. Osuna does a really great job of staying on that head and using it to turn his opponents. As you can see here in the replay, he has an underhook, and with the other one, as soon as Gambat starts pressuring into him, he uses that head to turn him to the mat.
So smart. We send it inside to Jazz Sakura.
Advancing to the semifinals.
Now we see a
the
smile.
Great Sandstorm, Osuna Arashi.
have got to give special flowers to Mongolia's Gonbatsan Tenzin. I mean, this guy, he's hanging his head. He should not. Winning 2 battles off of Sazan and Asuna is insane.
Not at all. And after a 17-year break from sumo, to come back and upset our 2 former champions in a round is insane.
Now Asuna speaks with Kara Castronova.
I'm here with the winner, Asuna, the Great Sandstorm Arashi. We almost had an upset in there. Did it get you nervous going into that tiebreaker? Did you think maybe the Mongolian could pull it off?
No, nervous, but lightweight is always tricky. You know, when it goes through first time, it will never go through second time. This is also not Arashi again, the winner.
You showed the heart of a champion in there. What's your message for your opponent coming up in the next round? I know you're friends with him, Muhammad Kamal.
So outside the dojo, we are best friends, but you know inside the dojo, I will smash his face. Doesn't matter who he is, he's gonna face Asuna Arashi. He will see how the tornado is going on inside the dojo. Thank you.
Everybody give it up for your winner, Asuna, the Great Sandstorm Arashi.
Asuna Arashi storming his way to the semifinals. Unreal competition we have so far. Cannot wait for it. We'll be back at the Prudential Center in just a moment.
I think it's a great time to be in rehabilitation medicine. It's a very broad field. It really deals with a lot of mechanics and the physical part of being a human.
There's 2 components to rehab. One, if a patient already has an injury, something as simple as knee pain, and something as severe as spinal cord injury, leaving them paralyzed.
The other avenue that we're going down now as a field is looking at overall human performance.
Welcome back here at the Prudential Center. So glad to have you all on Triller TV. We're going to take it inside of Kara Castronova.
Everybody, I'm here with Noah Goldman, who is the founder of the International Sumo League. Noah, what do you think of this incredible capacity crowd that's here tonight at the Prudential Center?
Thank you, New Jersey! I'm happy to announce that because of your support, tonight was a sold-out night here at the Prudential Center, 51-42. Thank you all. Thank you. And now I want to lead you in a cheer that's going to get everyone excited right back to the athletes. Sumo! 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 I can't hear you! Sumo! 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 So we can't wait to come back here again, and we want to thank you, and we're going to keep bringing you the very best sumo athletes in the world. And to our friends at the Prudential Center, Dylan Weichel and his whole team, I can't thank you enough for your support. So God bless you all and continue to have a great night. Thank you.
Give it up for Noah Goldman, everybody.
Now Kara Castronova speaks with Prudential.
I'm here with Dylan Wanagale of the Prudential Center. Dylan, what went into booking this event?
At Harris Blitzer and Prudential Center, we believe we are in the big events business, and quite literally, you can't get any bigger than those sumos. Yes.
And what do you think of this amazing crowd here tonight?
Hey, Jersey always brings it. This was awesome. Incredible event. We look forward to hosting Noah and his staff again real soon for Sumo.
Thank you so much, Dylan Wanagale, everybody. Give it up. Sumo!
Massive thank you to Dylan Wanagale from the Prudential Center and ISL founder Noah Goldman. Could not have done it without them, quite literally. Madison Gwynn, what a fantastic night we've had so far here in New Jersey.
Absolutely. We're going into our semifinals, and this has been quite a night. I mean, we've got Muhammad Kamal, Big Chemo, Saslan Gaglov, and Asuna Arashi battling it out for the championship spot here at World Championship Sumo at the Prudential Center, and it can't get any bigger than this.
The International Sumo League wants to wish Katie Goldman a very happy 30th birthday.
And a happy birthday to Katie Goldman.
Big happy birthday to Katie Goldman. Dirty 30.
Dirty 30.
You know, this might be the most fired up we've seen Big Chemo in the semifinals. He has been waiting to display his full extent, and now up against Sazlan Gaglov, he gets to.
Absolutely. Show after show, we're seeing Chemo come in with more and more confidence, more and more success, and we just love him here at World Championship Sumo. He's got such a great attitude. He knows how to get the crowd riled up, and he knows how to wrestle. I mean, like I said earlier, he's a judo black belt. So Sazlan Gaglov has got his work cut out for him with Big Chemo. This is no walk in the park.
And the guy that's trying to change the school of thought, Muhammad Kamal, again, it's brains not bronze, and he's up against the biggest Osuna Arashi. A sandstorm versus a dark horse. We'll see who prevails.
We have a brief 10-minute intermission. We will return for the semifinals and the finals and find out who will become the World Championship Sumo Champion here tonight.
Brief intermission. We will be right back, but here's one more look at those semifinals. Osuna Arashi minus 900, Muhammad Kamal plus 600. Big Chemo, slight underdog to Club Sumo 1 champion Sazlan Gaglov. Russia versus Egypt, and all Egypt upstairs with Sandstorm and Dark Horse. Gonna be a absolute fun one. Odds once again provided by Kenny White. Can't do it without him. Once again, gotta reiterate, over 5,100 fans in attendance at the Prudential Center. That has gotta be one of, if not the biggest, sumo events on the Eastern Seaboard. Truly a pleasure. Ben the Bane Davis here with Madison Gwynn, former boxing champion Kara Castronova, a part of the broadcast team, as well as veteran ring announcer Jazz Sakiro. Can't thank you all enough on Triller TV for watching alongside. Welcome back. You can see, once again, the semifinal matchup. Osuna Arashi taking on Muhammad Kamal. Kamal, the dark horse, now looking like one at a plus 600 underdog. Then, Big Chemo, Kamal Basira, takes on Club Sumo 1 champion Sazlan Gaglov. The Big Bear, a heavy favorite over Egypt's own. Madison Gwynn, how you feeling?
I'm feeling super excited for these semifinals. I just had a quick word with one of our World Championship Sumo favorites, athletes, Hui Jr. And Hui Jr. told me that his predictions for tonight are Big Chemo. So keep an eye out for Big Chemo. Obviously, we've got some inside intel that he might be making it to the finals.
We'll see Big Chemo in a moment. Here is the tail of the tape for the Sandstorm, Osuna Arashi, and the Dark Horse, Muhammad Kamal, minus 900 to the Club Sumo 2 champion. He will have nearly 100 pounds on Kamal and 2 inches in height, but the Dark Horse has 2 years on the Sandstorm. This tail of tape brought to you by Mount Sinai. We find a way, and we are finding a way into the semifinals here at the sold-out Prudential Center. Again, gotta reiterate, it's unreal that we've sold this place out.
Unreal. I mean, over 5,000 fans in attendance tonight, and you can even see on the camera, I mean, look how many people are in the crowd. Everybody's super excited, as are we.
And they're all about to get loud. We send it to Jazz Sakiro to start the semis.
Ladies and gentlemen, once again, welcome to the Prudential Center. We are ready to start the semifinals. The winner will advance to the finals, and we will find out who is the dominance of the dojo. the search for sumo supremacy. Ladies and gentlemen, let's begin our semifinals. Please welcome to the dojo, Muhammad Kamal.
Kamal has been a force to be reckoned with ever since he debuted at World Championship Sumo. The smaller statured athlete has just been blitzing through the competition, Madison.
Absolutely, and I think he's ready for a match tonight with Osuna Arashi. This is going to be easily his hardest competition for the night. And what are your predictions for this match?
Oh, I predict it's going to be a firefight and the crowd is going to win.
And now, ladies and gentlemen, let's bring out his opponent. Here is Osuna Arashi.
The lore of Osuna Arashi extends so deep. Gotta mention that he has the most knockouts in a single year ever in sumo wrestling. We don't view this sport as one that has finishing sequences, but the Sandstorm knows how to stop it.
And that is just a hard concept to wrap your brain around. The most knockouts in sumo wrestling in a single calendar year? I mean, how are you knocking people out? But if you watch, these guys are going at it. The headbutts, the slaps to the face, it's a lot of damage up on the dome.
On Triller TV, we start the semis right now.
Ladies and gentlemen, the best of 3 battles will decide this semifinal. The winner will advance to the finals. And now, introducing on my left, weighing 210 pounds from Zigzag, Egypt, introducing Mohammed, the Black Horse Kamal. His opponent across the dojo, weighing 309 pounds from Mansoura, Egypt, winner of Club Sumo 2, the Great Sandstorm, Osuna Arashi. Your Gyoji for this match is Ronnie Altman.
Ronnie Altman, third man inside. Listen to this crowd come alive for the semifinals, Madison.
The crowd is amped up for Osuna Arashi and Muhammad Kamal, the dark horse. And I can see why. I mean, this is such an exciting matchup. We got 2 Egyptian sumo wrestlers ready to take the gold.
Plus 600 for the dark horse. The Sandstorm, minus 900. Kamal, taking a moment. I'm expecting a fast start from Muhammad Kamal. He's going to try and use that quickness to destabilize the Sandstorm.
I agree, and I think that the Sandstorm needs to stay heavy in his stance, keep the center control, and I think he'll pull out the win on this one. Getting down in his stance, shaking his shoulders out as usual.
You know, we talked about Gambat Batsai's 17-year layoff, but Osuna Arashi retired in 2019. Now he's back, starting strong, just bulldozing Muhammad Kamal, clipping the dark horse out of the dojo.
Ran right through him, that first hand right up into the chin, and like I said earlier, it's so hard to recover when your face is being pushed away.
Here's the replay. Boy, it was a brutal one.
Battle 1 winner, Osuna Arashi.
Face, that's uncomfortable.
And he was fully dedicated to that spear. I mean, if Muhammad Kamal was able to get out of the way, he could have matadored Osuna Arashi like Saslan Gaglov did.
Right, but Osuna was just too quick for him, and I mean, he was even screaming as he was running him out. He had a lot of passion and a lot of weight moving forward.
Osuna Arashi glaring daggers at the dark horse.
He looks amped up.
This is an expression we often see. I mean, if looks could kill, Muhammad Kamal would be 6 feet deep. Semifinals. Oh! He did it! He matadored him! Osuna Arashi commits and is out! Muhammad Kamal strikes blood.
Great job for Muhammad Kamal, doing a great job of misdirection there. Able to...
Battle 2 winner!
He just sidestepped him and...
just misdirected him right through. I mean, Osuna was running at him.
That was beautiful from Muhammad Kamal, and now Osuna Arashi has to be really careful. He can't commit to a 60-mile-per-hour attack because Kamal can get out of the way.
I think we are going to see Osuna slapping Kamal in this next one because you know the words he had for Saslan if Saslan decided to matador him again, and he's a strong believer that you do not shy away from the tachi-eye. So I think we're going to see a slap upstairs against Kamal.
He's got the demonic smile. Most KOs in a calendar year up against the smaller, the more agile, the brains over the brawn, Dark Horse Kamal. 1-1 on both sides. Ronnie Almond, third man in for this tiebreaker. Arashi, Kamal.
Tensions are high. And Osuna taking a moment to the displeasure of the New Jersey crowd here at the Prudential Center. They do not like breaks.
Hey, if we know one thing about New Jersey, it loves violence.
Exactly. And action.
But it's all about mind games. It's all about freezing the kicker and catching your guy on the opposite foot.
Absolutely. There's a lot of adrenaline that goes into this. And if you can get somebody riled up in the head, you can win. Immediately in on the Mawashi, got an over-under. He's smiling a bit. I think he knows he's got this one.
Kamal trying to dig, breaks the grip though.
Yep. I think Osuna could do a good job if he gets control of the head here. Going back for that underhook on the Mawashi.
Bad doyo position. Now Arashi trying to get that head position. Brutal here from the Sandstorm. Dark Horse. He's surviving, but he's not succeeding.
Dark Horse looking for underhooks, but Osuna consistently getting them back, walking to the edge, and he's out. Osuna is going to be moving on to our finals tonight.
One of the longest battles that we had here at the Prudential Center. Sandstorm was seemingly in control the whole time, but Kamal, credit to him for surviving so long.
Never quit, always looked for an underhook. Unfortunately, Osuna just had the experience and the time on his hands to get the win there.
Here's the replay. Walk us through it, Madison.
Yeah, so Osuna, he trips a little bit there, but Osuna did a good job, like you said, standing center, standing in his spot, and once he knew that pressure started to fade from Kamal, he walked him to the edge, hipped in, and lifted him out.
Let's make it official and send it to Jazz.
Ladies and gentlemen, your winner advancing to the final match, the Great Sandstorm Osuna Arashi!
Sandstorm had to dig deep, but he got it done once again, finding himself inside the finals, and now he meets Kara Castronova.
Such an exciting match.
I'm here with the winner, Osuna, the Great Sandstorm Arashi. Sandstorm went to a tiebreaker. He matadored you. What were you thinking going into that third battle?
Fuck you, Black Horse. Sorry, guys. So, first of all, me and him are best friends outside the dojo. But inside, this is what happened, guys. We got real sumo here. We got real fight. So I hope you really enjoy it tonight. I hope you enjoyed it.
The Big Bear is the favorite to possibly win the next matchup. What is your message for the Big Bear who's calling you out?
I think you're mistaken. It's not Big Bear, it's Teddy Bear. So it's different. When he faced Osuna Arashi, it's Teddy Bear, not Big Bear.
I'm looking forward to seeing you in the finals. Your winner, everybody, Osuna, the Great Sandstorm Arashi.
Wait for me, Southland. I'm gonna smash your bitty face, baby.
I love it.
You just can't get enough of Osuna Arashi. The rivalry between him and Sazlan Gaglov is a storied one, Madison.
And that's quite a clever remix of the Big Bear's nickname, Teddy Bear. I bet he doesn't like that one. But he is kind of like a big teddy bear. He's such a sweet guy.
Talking about him, let's take it to the tail of the tape for our last semifinal matchup of the night between Sazlan Gaglov and Kamal Big Chemo Basira. But before that, we have our there it is, Big Chemo versus the Big Bear. Big favorite for Gaglov, but the weight is nearly even, 2 inches in height to the Russian, but 5 years younger from Cairo's Big Chemo. Mount Sinai tail of the tape, we send it inside to Jazz Sakura.
Here we go, ladies and gentlemen, your last semifinal to find out who will make it to the finals tonight. Please welcome to the dojo, Kamal Basira.
What more can you say about the superstardom that Big Chemo could have. So many gold medals, about 14 between the years 2017 and 2023. A dude who is just used to being at the top. Outside of sumo, he runs a nightclub in Manhattan. So if y'all are looking for an after party here at the Prudential Center, Big Chemo might be the guy to hit up.
Does he run the nightclub or is he the bouncer? Because we need to get him at the front door.
I believe he is the GM. I do want to mention, talking about medals, this guy's decorated.
And now let's bring out his opponent. Here is Saslan Gaglov.
We talked about the Russian heritage. We talked about the football legacy. But one thing I have to mention as Saslan Gaglov makes his way to the semis is that he is the fastest sumo wrestler in history from 0 to 100 wins. The
Wow.
Big Bear is quite speedy.
That is quite an accolade. I mean, as a former professional sumo wrestler, that alone is enough. But to say that he was the fastest wrestler in history to go from 0 to 100 wins, quite a feat.
Gaglov etched in history. He aims to make more here tonight. We send it to Chaz Sakiro to start our last semifinal.
Ladies and gentlemen, the best of 3 battles will decide this semifinal. The winner advances to the finals. Introducing on my left, weighing 370 pounds from Cairo, Egypt. Introducing Kamal Basira Big Chemo.
Crowd's loving him.
His opponent across the dojo on my right, weighing 368 pounds from Alanya, Russia, Club Sumo One champion, presenting Saslan Big Bear Gaglov. Your head referee is Ronnie Ullman.
Ronnie Ullman getting a pop from the crowd. Big Chemo and Saslan Gaglov meet in our last semifinal. Gaglov, kind of the villain here in the Prudential Center.
I loved seeing a little bit of shadow boxing coming from Gaglov. Maybe he's hinting at a possible future MMA career.
Did you hear the Ronnie chants a moment ago?
I didn't. That's awesome.
Basira plus 300, Gaglov minus 400. Heavy favorite for the Russian, and he starts strong. False.
False.
If he wasn't a villain before, he certainly is now. Especially when you go against the fan favorite, Big Chemo.
Big Chemo.
He's definitely going to be the odd one out.
Who, another one of our fan favorite wrestlers, Rui Jr., believes is going to be the winner of tonight. So keep an eye out here for Big Chemo. He might be getting an upset.
I am beyond crushed that Hui Jr. did not compete today. He will be cleared. Big start, Chemo trying to grab the Mawashi, but Gaglov leveraging all the strength. Big Chemo with the unders though.
Both underhooks and the lift!
Oh!
What an upset! Big Chemo just picks up Saslan Gaglov and drops him on the ground.
He took him on a first-class trip to Cairo with that one. Big Chemo strikes first blood. Here's the replay. Madison, walk me through it.
Check out this replay. He's got double underhooks on the Mawashi. Saslan tried to kick the leg skip back down, but it was no use. And you can see he gives a final cry of defeat as he's dropped on the edge by Big Chemo, limping a bit as well.
Gaglov in a world of pain and trouble. This is not where the Russian wants to be.
Not at all.
We have awaited the potential of Big Chemo. We might be seeing it right here, right now.
This is so exciting.
Saslan Gaglov was the first ever Club Sumo champion, but he is on the verge of being defeated by the Egyptian Kamal Basira here in the Prudential Center.
I know. False start again. I'm telling you, that adrenaline gets to you, especially when your back is on the line like this and you're facing a tough opponent. Sometimes, just even a small sound from the crowd can make you think that you're going.
As Troy Bolton used to say, you got to get your head in the game, and Saslan Gaglov certainly could benefit from that advice. Big start. Oh!
And a matador from the matador, living up to the name.
Vintage Saslan Gaglov in a moment where he needed it the most. Big Chemo taking his time to get back to his feet, Madison. Here's the replay. Walk us through it.
Smart move. from Saslan here. He knew that after getting a good win on the first match from Kimo was going to be coming at him heavy, and he immediately jumped up and was able to misdirect him and lands in side control.
We had our questions about the mentality of Saslan Gaglov, but he is seemingly locked in. Now it's tied, 1-1 apiece. Big Kimo needing to rally.
Absolutely. Saslan's a seasoned competitor. You know, we've said before, he's a former professional sumo wrestler from Japan, so he's had a lot of matches, and he knows the tips and tricks and knows what to do when you're on the edge, and he sure prevailed. Let's see if he can do it again on his third matchup.
Trying to fix the Mawashi.
Take every bit of seconds he can to get that breath in there. These are some big guys. They got some big lungs they got to refuel.
Battle 2 winner, Saslan Gaglov. We go to a third and final battle.
Right, we're 1-1.
Come on.
For all the marbles.
Absolutely. One spot remains in the finals. It will go to either Saslan Gaglov or Kamal Basira. Big Kimo and the Big Bear. I want to make a note, Basira's goal is to become the second African and Middle Eastern pro sumo wrestler. The first, guess his name, Osuna Arashi.
The first and only ever as of now.
High tension here in the semis. Gaglov and Basira.
Basira taking a moment.
Crowd loves Kimo, but momentum is on Gaglov's side.
Both of them are shedding some sweat here. Looking shiny in the dojo here tonight.
It's tough. It's a high intensity, high octane sport.
Oh, absolutely. The stakes are high.
Ronnie Almond, third man in. Gaglov ready.
Gaglov is ready, but
Kimo.
Kimo is not. To the upset of Saslan a little bit. I mean, he's ready to go.
Destabilize him. Get inside the Russian's head. If you fire him up, he's likely to make a mistake.
Yeah, when you've got that adrenaline ready to go and somebody just kind of dumps you, you know, it leaves you at a weird feeling in a competition setting.
Oh, Gaglov trying to talk to Ronnie Almond a little bit. Maybe attempting to encourage the action. Here we go, potentially.
Maybe being a Karen in the dojo.
With what's at stake, I understand the apprehension from both guys, but the Prudential Center sold out here tonight wants action. Come on, Basira and Saslan Gaglov, Big Kimo thrown!
Great job, signature move from Saslan there with the head direction.
The Russian returns to the finals. It shall be Osuna Arashi and Saslan Gaglov. Madison Gwynn, the replay.
Yeah, Saslan came in here really strong. He was not losing this one. You can see with a yell, he's able to misdirect Big Kimo's weight. He pulls out that underhook from the Mawashi, keeps his overhook, and misdirects the head to the ground, and he's victorious, and it was textbook.
We send it inside to Jazz to make it official.
Ladies and gentlemen, your winner advancing to the finals, Saslan Big Bear Gaglov!
Huge respect to Big Kimo, but Saslan Gaglov makes his way up to the finals and makes his way into another post-match interview with Kara Castronova.
I'm here with the winner, the Big Bear, Saslan Gaglov. Big Bear, he had you in the air there. Your feet were swimming, but you pulled off the victory. You were victorious. What were you thinking coming to that third battle?
Well, Sandstorm, that's all I want tonight. Sandstorm, where are you? Sandstorm!
That's hilarious.
Give it up for your win, everybody. Saslan Gaglov, the Big Bear, in a brilliant victory tonight.
It's a
Thank
matchup.
you so much. Thank you.
It's a matchup that has been brewing for so long. I'm glad we get it. Osuna Arashi and Saslan Gaglov in the finals. Our Club Sumo 1 winner and our Club Sumo 2 winner, Madison.
And it's a rematch of Club Sumo 1, because as you guys know, it was Saslan and Osuna in the finals for Club Sumo 1. So maybe Saslan can come back or actually Osuna can come back and revenge his last loss to Saslan in the first Club Sumo 1.
Our Kenny White odds, Osuna Arashi -160 in the finals. Saslan Gaglov, slight underdog at +130. Our third place matchup between Mohamed Kamal and Big Kimo, Kamal Basira, will take place first. Kamal +170, Basira -200.
Battle of the Kamals.
I love it. Let's take it to a quick tail of the tape for that third place matchup.
We had Hui Jr. predicting that
Ladies
Big
and gentlemen,
Kimo-
we're just going to give
We had Hui Jr. saying that Big Kimo was going to be taking the finals this year or this show, but unfortunately Big Kimo lost to Saslan Gaglov, and now he'll be fighting for third place. So let's see if he can avenge this loss and still leave home with some hardware today.
Absolutely, and for the fans here at the sold-out Prudential Center that were wanting more Big Kimo, guess what? Wishes were answered. Christmas comes early. You're getting more Big Kimo.
Absolutely. We love Big Kimo here, and any chance we get to put him in the dojo, we're taking it.
Now, that finals is, like you said, a rematch, and what can Osuna Arashi do differently to beat Saslan Gaglov?
For one, he's going to need to be patient. His downfall with Saslan in that third round of the matchup was that Saslan was able to get the Matador, and that was because Osuna was running at him, just like he just did here. Against Big Kimo, he's got to watch his weight, and he's got to watch his momentum.
Let's take it to some highlights from the night. You can see Saslan Gaglov. And I love this. I mean, Big Kimo taking the concrete cowboy's cowboy hat.
Struggling at that to get it off, the big head.
Islam Ibrahim and Osuna
Little
Arashi.
bit of dirty work.
Here's the work from Saslan Gaglov getting tossed down from Gombat Batsaya. Tenzin showing just who the heck he is after a 17-year layoff. But Gaglov, of course, was able to get through him.
Yeah, Gombat Batsaya gave us a pleasant surprise tonight. He was able to upset our two former Club Sumo champions, and that is quite a feat. But Saslan was able to be victorious, and he's moving on to the finals.
Absolutely. Here's Big Kimo.
Another one to look out for in the future. Fatih Abu El Rakab was able, again, to get some upsets against some of our fan favorites.
Kimo, though, battling and rallying and getting through.
Being aggressive.
Which is what he needed to do against Fatih. Abel Rakab was so good at those clinches and inside that, keeping him at range was what he needed. Here's Osuna Arashi and Islam Ibrahim. Sandstorm just in a bad spot, leverages his way out of it.
Yeah, to be able to be in such a bad spot and still come out with a victory that way, I mean, that was very impressive. Here you see he was able to off balance and kind of get Islam going in the wrong direction, and he just wasn't able to get his feet back underneath him.
I love this.
Two guys cuddling on the mat. Here we see Muhammad Kamal getting an upset against Osuna Arashi.
All it did was anger the great Sandstorm, though, in the end. Kamal, can't wait to see him in that third place matchup. Here is Big Kimo and Saslan Gaglov. The sort of just head drag to the canvas was what Gaglov needed.
What an exciting win, too, and I love the victory afterwards. The both double fists in the air. That's very exciting.
Big Bear is absolutely pumped up. I want to make a note, Ronnie Almond becoming a quick fan favorite out on the doyo.
Oh, yeah.
I think we might need in the future a Ronnie Almond cam where we just have a tracking shot on him all night.
Yeah, the last time he was announced, we had the crowd screaming, Ronnie, Ronnie. So, I mean, he might be stealing Hui's fire pretty soon.
The moment that Hui Jr. can get back inside the dojo, trust me, every fan in here is going to be a Hui Jr. fan.
Absolutely. We're sad not to see him here, but he'll definitely be here on the next show.
Our sponsors tonight, Triller TV, powered by Fight. Can't do it without them. Big thank you to the Prudential Center. Sold out at over 5,100 attendees tonight. Mark Taffet Media, the blood inside the bones that runs this. And got to give a special shout out to Mount Sinai, official medical service of the International Sumo League. We find a way, and we find a way back here in the Prudential Center. We're going to take it to a quick commercial break, but we return for the third place matchup between Muhammad Kamal and Big Kimo Kamal Basira.
I think it's a great time to be in rehabilitation medicine. It's a very broad field. It really deals with a lot of mechanics and the physical part of being a human.
There's two components to rehab. One, if a patient already has an injury, something as simple as knee pain, and something as severe as spinal cord injury, leaving them paralyzed.
The other avenue that we're going down now as a field is looking at overall human performance.
Jersey.
our third place. Our third place matchup, Mohammed Black Horse Kamal and Big Chemo Kamal Basira. Pretty tight odds, minus 200 for Cairo's own. Big weight disadvantage for Mohammed Kamal. He gives up 3 inches in height, and he will be 3 years older in our third place matchup. This teletape brought to you by Mount Sinai. What an interesting clash of styles it's going to be.
Very interesting, and Big Chemo's got 160 pounds on Mohammed Kamal. So Mohammed Kamal's got his work cut out for him.
That is quite literally as much as I weigh. There is one of Ben the Bane Davis in between Mohammed Kamal and Kamil Basira. This crowd absolutely eating out of the hand of Kamal Basira, but big stamina drain that he gave in that semifinal matchup. We'll see if he's compromised coming into this third place bout.
Absolutely. I mean, going against a tank such as Saslan Gaglov will tire out anybody. So he's going to have to pull it together to go against the Black Horse. Mohammed Kamal, as we can see, is quite athletic. So I have a feeling that his gas tank might be prevailing as Big Chemo might start fading. But Big Chemo has a lot more experience in the sumo world, so don't count him out. And he's the favorite, so definitely don't count him out if you're putting money on it.
Absolutely. Big thank you to Vegas odds maker Kenny White for all of the lines here tonight. And I want to say, right, the striking of Kamal Basira, the extending and framing, I think is going to be especially useful under a smaller opponent, right? It's what he's displayed before, and I think it's going to seriously harm Mohammed Kamal's chances of success in this third place matchup.
I agree, but I'm not so sure that it'll seriously harm Mohammed Kamal, as Mohammed Kamal is an MMA fighter, so he can definitely take the aggression upstairs in the face and the neck like Big Chemo and Osuna like to give out.
What are your thoughts on the smaller statured Mohammed Kamal? Of course, Abdul El Sefi, a smaller guy in his own right, invading the sumo scene.
I think it's awesome. I think it really shows the viewers that size is not everything. You know, when you ask people on the street what they think about sumo, they think it's a bunch of big guys and mawashis, and they think it's a bunch of, you know, over 300-pound men. As you can see, we've got Mohammed Kamal here making it to our third place matchup, and he's 210 pounds. I mean, he walks around like an average American these days. So size is not everything when it comes to sumo. Experience and strength and knowledge on the dojo also play a big part.
100%. And talking about knowledge, it's about time that we take it to one of the most prolific ring announcers in the game, Jazz Sakuro, to get us set for our third place matchup.
Ladies and gentlemen, here we go for your third place match. Let's bring out your fighters. Please welcome to the dojo, Mohammed Kamal.
Here he is, the dark horse, coming into the third place matchup. A guy who's displayed so many different skills here today and has caused problems for every competitor. Now it counts the most, Madison.
Running out to the dojo, actually. Not just coming out, running out to the dojo. So he's ready.
And now, ladies and gentlemen, here is his opponent, Kamal Basira.
Big Chemo making his way back out. You gotta imagine what the gas tank on Basira is like in this moment. I mean, it's a quick turnaround between the semifinals and this third place matchup.
Very quick turnaround. I mean, we had to give him a few moments to recollect and get ready for his next match. I mean, it's hard to come out here and go against an absolute unit such as Saslan Gaglov and minutes later have to turn around and come against Mohammed Kamal. You know, he deserves a moment to break.
He is the favorite. Let's see if he lives up to it. We send it inside to Jazz for our third place match.
Ladies and gentlemen, the best of 3 battles will decide this third place match. Introducing first on my left, weighing 210 pounds from Zagazag, Egypt. Introducing Mohammed, the Black Horse Kamal. His opponent across the dojo, weighing 300 170 pounds from Cairo, Egypt, presenting Kamal Basira Big Chemo.
Crowd loves Big Chemo.
Your Gyoji is Ronnie Allman.
Ronnie Allman, third man inside. Prudential Center is all aboard the Ronnie Allman train.
They love him. Screaming for his name.
I think he's getting a bigger pop than most of the fighters here tonight.
I think so too.
Minus 200 for Basira, plus 170 for Kamal.
Everybody is at their edge of their seats. Some of them are on the ground next to the doyo. They better watch themselves. This can turn south quick.
Standing room only in the Prudential Center. Third place matchup. We get going. Kamal goes low. Basira down.
Wow.
Big Chemo brought to the canvas by the Dark Horse.
Great job by Muhammad Kamal going down for that single leg. All he had to do was pick up that leg and Kamal was off balance.
Here's the replay. Madison Gwynn, walk me through it.
As you can see, Muhammad Kamal drops in on that single leg, doesn't even put two hands on it, just one hand on the single leg. But a lot of these sumo wrestlers are not used to leg attacks,
the Black Horse.
shots. So he was able to overcome Big Chemo by using something Big Chemo's not really used to.
Basira trying to psych himself back into this. We talked about the mental frustration of losing in the semis and then heading directly into the third place match. Might be materializing now.
Absolutely. And they're off. Big Chemo looking to get heavy on the head, and he snaps him down. Nice job by Kamal Basira.
That's what Big Chemo needed, a massive moment for him in the third place matchup to stay alive. Madison Gwynn, walk me through the replay.
Muhammad Kamal came in forward, but he's keeping his head
Your
low a little
battle
bit.
to
He
winner,
needs
Big
to kind
Chemo.
of make his shoulders up higher,
third
make his
and
neck
final
smaller,
battle
keep
will
his head
decide it.
up. Keeping your head down will get you snapped down to the mat, as we saw done here by Big Chemo.
And a great tactical adjustment by Big Chemo.
Right.
Using Kamal's momentum against him. That's why he's one of the best in the world.
Absolutely. He was able to recognize where Muhammad Kamal's momentum and weight was going, and he was able to use that against him. So congratulations on that one. Let's see if he can do it again for this third round. Tensions are high. And Kamal, usually with a smile on his face, looks quite serious going into this third round.
They're locked in. Basira, Kamal, 1-1 apiece. Third place up for grabs. Kamal goes low. Basira grabbing the overhooks, trying to get the Mawashi, getting onto it. Madison.
Yeah, Big Chemo's got 1 over, 1 under.
He's done it! Big Chemo locks up third place after a close brawl with the Dark Horse, Muhammad Kamal.
Great job by Big Chemo. He's able to get that 1 over, 1 under hook, both grips on the Mawashi. Walked him to the edge. Actually, one grip on the Mawashi. Walked him to the edge and just kind of hipped into him to get that final push out.
I love how he got deeper on that underhook and just cut off the avenue, right? So important to dictate where it takes place. We send it to Jazz to make it official.
Ladies and gentlemen, your third place winner, Kamal Basira Big Chemo.
It may not be first place, but Big Chemo will earn the bronze here tonight at World Championship Sumo. And he gives some respect
We love it.
to Muhammad Kamal.
I love some good sportsmanship, and those two are friends, so they should they should be showing it.
Big Chemo talks to Kara Castronova.
First, I believe we're going to hear from Muhammad Kamal.
I'm here with Muhammad Kamal, the Black Horse. That was a courageous, valiant effort on your part against Big Chemo. I know that you wanted to say something to the crowd and to the fans that are watching around the world.
I want to thank everybody who come here to support us, everybody who's watching from home. Maybe I didn't get the win, but I still the most dangerous one. Thank you.
Thank you, Dark Horse. Give it up for Dark Horse, everybody.
Now Big Chemo gets his moment with Kara Castronova.
I'm here with your third place winner, Big Chemo. Big Chemo, you showed tremendous heart, tremendous courage and bravery, and you were victorious in the third round. What do you have to say to the fans watching around the world and everybody here in the stadium that is chanting Big Chemo?
I got much love. You can't imagine, guys, how grateful I am to hear everybody announcing my name. It means a lot to me. Especially, I'm here. Hold on, guys, hold on. I'm here in the US without my family. My entire family lives in Egypt. So from here, I'm telling my dad and my mom in the heaven, no worries, I have a great family here in the US. I have a great family here in the US. For real, guys, for real. For real. For real, guys, love and respect.
Chemo, a little less of a serious question. What are you gonna eat tonight to celebrate your third place victory?
I'm thinking about like 20-piece fried chicken or so, like something like that. I wanna celebrate. I wanna feel like I'm celebrating. I wanna get naked and keep eating till I sleep.
What an amazing...
Give it up for your third place winner, everybody, Big Chemo!
What a character.
An amazing personality.
All right, guys, just one last thing. One more time again, for everybody here tonight and watching us behind the TV and the phone screen, I owe you a lot of respect and a lot of love. Without you guys, we can't be here today. And thank you for Mr. Noah Goldman, the head boss of the Federation. And one more time, Stephen Gadd, my coach. And I promised my dad today, I'm going back with a trophy. So Dad, I'm taking the trophy back home with me. I keep my word. I kept my word, Dad. I am taking the trophy back with me home. And last thing, guys, I would like to say all my fans in Egypt and my dad and my family, I would like to say something in my own language. إحنا بتوع تاريخ. We are making history and victory all the way from the US to Egypt.
Amazing moment from Big Chemo as he captures all of the passion inside the Prudential Center. Our third place winner getting it done with style points. Now we take it to a tail of the tape for our finals matchup. All roads lead to this showdown between the Sandstorm, Osuna Arashi,
Newark,
and
New Jersey.
Soslan.
Are you ready for the finals?
Minus 160 for Arashi, plus 130 for the Big Bear. He will have nearly 60 pounds
I'm going to ask you to help me show the world.
And 3 inches in height. Arashi comes in 4 years younger. This tail of the tape brought to you by Mount Sinai.
I love the post-fight interview from Big Chemo. He's going home, he's getting naked, and he's eating 20 pieces of fried chicken.
We send it inside to Jazz Securo.
Ladies and gentlemen, it is time for your final. The quest for Doyo dominance. The finals are here. Let's bring out your sumo fighters. Please welcome to the dojo, Soslan Gaglov.
Here he is, Club Sumo 1 winner, Soslan Gaglov, looking to make it 2. The Big Bear has battled some adversity today, but come out on top every single time, Madison.
Soslan, a crowd favorite, coming out with his flag on his back, his hood up. I'm excited. This is going to be an electric match between the two and a rematch from our Club Sumo 1 finals. I know that Osuna Arashi wants to get that win back.
He's durable, he's strong, and he's fired up in this finals matchup. Soslan Gaglov.
And now, ladies and gentlemen, let's bring out his opponent. Please welcome Osuna Arashi.
The Great Sandstorm has swept away many competitors. They have all been buried 6 feet deep under Asuno Arashi as he wants to make it 2 in a row at World Championship Sumo. A legend who is seeking to etch his name further in the history books. Madison, it's Asuno Arashi.
It's the Sandstorm, the bad guy of World Championship Sumo. I mean, this guy is known for slapping faces and taking names. I'm excited to see this finals match.
It seemed inevitable, but it's Gaglov and Arashi in the finals.
Ladies and gentlemen, the best of 3 battles will decide it. The winner will be your World Championship Sumo champion. For the sold-out crowd here at the Prudential Center in Newark, New Jersey, and the millions watching around the world on Triller TV, ladies and gentlemen, it's about to go down. Somebody make some noise! Introducing on my left, 368 pounds, out of Alanya, Russia, Club Sumo 1 champion, introducing Saslan Big Bear Gaglov. His opponent across the dojo, checking in 309 even and ready pounds, out of Mansoura, Egypt, our Club Sumo 2 champion, presenting the Great Sandstorm, Asuno Arashi. Your third man in the dojo, your Gyoji, Ronnie Allman.
Third man in, Ronnie Allman getting the pop of the night here at the Prudential Center. They are on their feet for our finals matchup, Madison.
I just looked at the live chat on Triller TV, and somebody said to let Ronnie know how popular he is because they don't think he understands, and I don't either. This crowd is going nuts for referee Ronnie Allman, and they should be going nuts for these 2 champions right here.
They are locked in and ready to put on a spectacle. A rematch of Club Sumo 1, Arashi minus 160, Gaglov plus 130.
Both wrestlers coming out here very traditional with their openings, and I love that a lot. I love keeping tradition in the dojo because we don't want it to get lost. You know, we still want to respect traditional sumo and its history.
Very tentative start by both guys. Big Bear lined up in the stance. Arashi, they clash in the middle. Ronnie Allman.
Oh, a little push there from Saslan. It's getting heated.
Bad blood brewed between these two over the course of several events. Gaglov points down, he wants to go.
He's ready, and I am too. Oh my gosh, this is getting intense.
Allman trying to contain the action. Gaglov fired up. Big jump from Gaglov, but he's pushed out.
Oh, nice job. Oh no, he lands on the concrete though. That's not nice.
Big Bear is grounded. Asuno Arashi gets the first battle.
It looked like Saslan was going again for that Matador, but Asuno was quick to it. As you can see,
here's the replay. Madison, walk me through it.
Yep, Saslan tries to go for the Matador, but Asuno was hip to it, stayed low, and was able to get that underhook and use it to drive him out the edge.
The Great Sandstorm.
1-0 Sandstorm. Gaglov needing to dig deep. Unsure how his left forearm is. He framed on it. That should have hurt on the concrete.
Yeah, and he was wincing a bit, so I'm sure he's feeling a bit pain from falling on straight up concrete. But let's see if it affects him in this next round. Asuno doesn't look like he has a scratch on him except the one on his neck.
It could all come down to this in the sold-out Prudential Center. Arashi, Gaglov, once again. Ronnie Allman monitoring the action, supervising the sumo athletes. Look at the focus that Ronnie Allman's got.
And the stare down coming from Osuna. Eyes at the top of his head.
Gaglov lining up just off the mark.
Gaglov's
Quick
ready.
put down. Arashi
And they
start collision. Gaglov's got the Mawashi, but Arashi trying to keep the stance. Ooh, Sandstorm almost pushed backwards out the doyo, Madison.
Gaglov trying to hip in. Both have grips on the Mawashi. Both are doing a good job of controlling the center. Looks like Osuna has a bit better of head positioning. See if this will fare well for him. But Sasson trying to get head positioning himself, digging his forehead in there. Both have an overhook and an underhook.
Gaglov is gassing. He has tried several attempts. There's a third. The Sandstorm denying all of them, but the doyo is getting smaller for Arashi.
This is a long match. Sasson is having just enough energy to push him to the edge, but not enough to get him over. Osuna's doing a good job of staying heavy in his stance. Oh,
almost got him,
so
but
close.
Arashi's been here before. He's deadly on the doyo. Saslan Gaglov has got to watch out.
One more burst of energy for Saslan, and he can get it, but he's just not strong enough to hip into Osuna right at the edge. Osuna doing a great job of having heavy hips here.
Defensive Player of the Year for Osuna Arashi. Gaglov trying his best. He gets it. The Big Bear still alive in the Sandstorm's arena.
Sandstorm sucking air. That gas tank is starting to wither. Both guys are going to have to pick it up and get ready for one more finals match.
That battle took almost a minute. Madison Gwynn, walk me through the replay.
Yeah, they both did good of having center control. Every time Saslan got him to the edge, it was close, but Osuna was doing a good job of staying heavy in the hips. Finally, Saslan got that one good burst, and he was able to drive him off the edge.
The tenacity of the Russian overcomes the durability.
Both guys are
Battle to winner, Big Bear. We go to a third and final battle for the championship.
How apropos we extend to the third and final battle between Arashi and Gaglov. Madison, one has got to wonder what these guys' gas tanks look like right now.
Oh man, they're withering. Both of them are covered in sweat. Both of them are sucking air, and they're both very tired. I mean, they have been through match after match after match. They had the qualifying round, they had the quarterfinals, the semifinals, and now they're here for their fourth match of the night. Each match having 2 to 3 rounds each one, so these are not easy matches. These are tiring matches, and these guys have been through a lot tonight. So this is one more bout, and this is determining who's getting all the marbles.
Egypt, Russia, Arashi versus Gaglov. All of the marbles here in the sold-out Prudential Center. One of them has got to win.
This is getting intense.
Arashi lined up so close to the mark. Gaglov, vintage, back far from it.
Both guys are just staring into each other's souls. Osuna with a little bit more evil in his eyes, I'd say.
There are daggers inside Arashi's corneas, but the Big Bear.
Slapping the belt, slapping the Mawashi, letting him know who's the bear. I love it.
They both welcome violence. There's the uppercuts from Gaglov. I expect some striking.
This is awesome.
Saslan
is ready to go.
Arashi, Gaglov, third and final battle on the Mawashi. Arashi has the doyo position, but Gaglov hipping into him.
Both have a good over-under hook on the Mawashi. Looks like Saslan's trying to use an outside trip.
Oh! The Sandstorm!
Uses it against him, turns it into an inside trip. Perfect defense to an outside trip, and this is why outside trips are so risky. Congratulations, Osuna. That was a great defense to an outside trip.
Sometimes you go big, but you also go home. Sandstorm, Osuna, Arashi. Just impeccable defense. Madison Gwynn, take me through the replay.
As you can see, Saslan going for that outside trip, but when you go for the outside trip, you give up the hips and you put yourself on one foot. And so Osuna, being hip to it, felt that outside trip, used it as his own inside trip, and was able to get the win. And it was a great, well-deserved win. After the first club sumo, when Saslan win, he was able to come back and get his revenge, and I bet he's happy about that.
Let's make it 2 back-to-back championships for Osuna Arashi.
Ladies and gentlemen, your winner and World Championship Sumo champion, the Great Sandstorm, Osuna Arashi!
He has looked unbeatable at times.
Now, ladies and gentlemen, we would like to present our third place award.
Big Chemo back out
To
onto
come out,
the doyo.
Bazira Big Chemo!
I love the hoodie on Big Chemo with the bedazzled World Championship Sumo. That is fly.
Third place for Kamal Basira. Good stuff for Big Chemo.
Ladies and gentlemen, our second place runner-up winner, Big Bear Soslan Gaglov!
Soslan Gaglov capturing second place. Gutsy effort from him tonight, but just not enough.
And your World Championship Sumo Champion, the Great Sandstorm, Osuna Arashi!
And the ultimate prize of the evening is awarded to Egypt's Osuna Arashi, one of the most legendary sumo wrestlers we have, gets it done again, Madison.
Yeah, congratulations. As we said before, Club Sumo won. It was Osuna Arashi versus Soslan Gaglov in the finals. Soslan got the win, but Osuna, victorious tonight, able to come back and get his second back-to-back win for World Championship Sumo. Congratulations to both athletes, and congratulations to Big Chemo for getting his first third-place trophy.
Absolutely. You know, we talked at length about Big Chemo's potential and the ceiling that this guy has, and we got a glimpse of it here tonight. I still think that the best version of Big Chemo is yet to be had. We take it to Kara Kashinova.
I'm here with the World Champion Sumo Champion, Osuna the Sandstorm Arashi.
Didn't even see her.
You made history tonight, Sandstorm. How does it feel?
It feels great. Feels really, really good. It has been a big honor, guys, to fight here tonight at the Prudential Center in front of all these people. Really, thank you so much for coming today. Thanks to everybody for watching us behind the TV. Thanks for everybody in the US, in the Arab world, whoever is watching us. Thank you, guys. You made this show, not us. It's you. Thank you so much, guys.
What's in the future for the Sandstorm?
Sandstorm is with the champion. The future is going to be the champion as well. It's my place, my home, my time. It's Osuna Arashi. Thank you.
Everybody give it up for your World Championship Sumo One Championship, Osuna Arashi, the Great Sandstorm.
You heard it from the champ. It's his place. It's his home. He belongs there. And Madison Gwynn, more frequently than not, he is there.
Yeah, best 2 out of 3 so far, with Osuna getting the last 2 golds and Soslan getting 1. So I think at the
Ladies
next
and gentlemen,
show,
don't forget to follow World.
we can definitely look for Soslan Gaglov coming back with a vengeance against Osuna Arashi.
To be the best, you got to beat the best, and Osuna Arashi has that target on his back. Let's take it to some highlights from the night. The Great Sandstorm, Osuna Arashi kicking it off against World Championship Sumo crown here tonight. What a performance. Great work from Sandstorm again, Madison.
Great to see Sandstorm and Sasan in the finals. It's where they belong, and it's also really great to see Sandstorm coming back and avenging for his own victory.
For all of us here at World Championship Sumo, presented by the International Sumo League, Ben the Bane Davis, Madison Gwynn, Kara Castronova, we thank you guys for tuning in, and we cannot wait to see you next time here at World Championship Sumo.